It can't be that bad, oh, 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 it can't be that bad. Let's get into the motherfucking episode because it's a very special episode. We've been planning this for quite a while, haven't we, dude?
A little bit.
Yeah, so ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of ICBTB's Highly Irrelevant. Today on the guest couch, Alejandro, who do we have?
Oh, man. It's Roland Osage.
Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, we have Roland Osage, a.k.a. Roland Osage.
Osage, yeah. No, or Osag.
Oh,
No, I don't like that one. Sorry, that one
It can
didn't.
go on, dude.
Sorry, I didn't have it completely thought through when I started talking.
You just ruined it, yeah.
I'm sorry.
Roland, you are a fantastic content creator.
Thank you.
You are an amazing real estate agent. It seems like you're killing it in the fucking game,
And
dude.
you're an amazing real person. I mean, you make good reels on Instagram. I was
Yeah.
trying to think of a good
A good pun there?
Yeah.
Oh, it's okay.
real estate, but with two E's.
Yeah, dude, thank you for coming on the podcast. Welcome to the studio, dude.
I've been waiting for this fucking moment. If I'm being 100% honest.
Dude, every single interaction that we've had with you, you're saying, yo, man, I'm ready. I'm ready to be on the podcast.
Just call him. Just put me in.
Or just a little bit longer, Roland. Just a little bit. Just
You're like,
give it a second.
you guys are like, man, is it time? Is it that moment where we gotta have fucking Rolling on?
Couple more videos and then we'll put you on. Just
Dude,
a
it's
couple-
not even that. It's really, we're just like,
Yeah.
scheduling is tough.
No, really. This is what I respect the most about podcasts like this is I hate the virtual podcasts.
Yeah.
It's like, I mean, I get it. There's only so much you can do. But for the people that really stick to this type of podcast, it's pretty impressive.
It helps when you do it in person. That's
It
for
really
sure.
does.
Makes
Yeah.
everything
It
really
kind of
does.
flow a
Yeah.
little bit better.
Because we've had that talk before, like, unless the guest is Barack Obama from very far away and for some reason he can't be in the studio physically, then maybe we'll agree to a Zoom session.
Yeah.
But other than that, there is an irreplaceable chemistry that occurs when the person's right there and you can
Yep.
read each other's like nonverbal cues and just have a good fucking time that way, right? So because prior to this, you had a podcast a few years ago and you were doing virtual sessions.
I was.
And that was tough, right?
It sucked.
Oh.
I mean, it was like the cues to not pick up when someone's talking. That's the hardest thing I think about virtual podcasts. And then just like not same thing we did when we came in here is like we're just talking before, right?
Yeah.
Or even able to like where we were at the reunion before and just kind of like reconnecting
For sure.
before then and being like, okay, this would be a good fit type of thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And like with especially when you're just kind of reaching out to people and you're trying to get bigger names on the podcast, and then like you kind of just that dynamic is just a really weird dynamic.
It is.
It really is.
I mean, like, I've definitely tried shooting my shot before for like bigger names, but at that point, like, it's. I always like having friends on where we have some sort of previous rapport
Yeah,
or
of
we
course.
have something in common,
Yeah.
right? And so it felt. We knew we were gonna
Yeah.
have you on at some point, and I'm happy that you're here because like you're a very personable individual.
Thank you.
And like we've only I want to talk about a little bit about our backgrounds real quick.
Yeah.
I've known you ever since probably the first or second day that I moved to Benicia in middle school. And I'm going to be honest, you were a scary kid, man.
Really?
You were intimidating.
This was like when Sam at the reunion was like, You used to be popular. I'm like, dude, I was so quiet.
Yeah,
I was so shy.
I remember Roland as being very quiet. I remember
So
Roland,
quiet.
I remember Roland always being there.
Yeah. I was just like,
Yeah.
Sometimes that's all you need to be popular and cool,
Yeah.
man.
Popular by association.
Yeah, it's just like, what's
But
he
scary.
thinking about? And you had long hair.
the long hair. So that's what freaked you out.
Yeah, I mean, it could have been a lot of things. I remember
He's a hippie.
I
Was
had
it the
this.
clothes or the hair and the hair and like
It was the switchblade that you would pull out and threaten him with.
Just hold it up to
Yeah.
my throat. I think it's a combination of like being the new kid
Yeah.
in Benicia and like
Oh.
and trying to get to know people and trying to understand like where my place is in the
Yeah.
social hierarchy. And I have this specific interaction with you that I remember to this day. I used to wear short sleeve button ups. I still do, but like I wore it with like here, I'm just gonna describe it to you. It was outside of a science class, and you were like,
You button your shirts weird, dude. You said that to me, and I didn't know what to do with that information. I didn't have enough social intelligence to know if, like, is he
like
trying
a button
to?
off?
Yeah, how does one button their shirt weird?
It was
Like you bottom to top to bottom.
it was mid-buttoned. So I had like a white tee on and like a short sleeve button up over it, and it was just like 3 buttons down. And you said like
I think I know what
okay.
outfit you're talking about.
I'm pretty sure I have like a
So I wanted
school
more.
photo.
I wanted more buttons.
Is that what you?
That's
less.
what I'm assuming.
Or less.
Or less. Or
Let's-
I wanted you
let's
to
see
go
it all.
open with
Yeah.
the white T-shirt kind of showing. And
Yeah.
Let's see it all.
That's what it was. But I didn't know what to do with that interaction, and I was
Took the shirt off and threw it away.
very insecure after that interaction. I was like, I don't think Roland likes me. I don't know, but I also didn't think a lot of people liked me in middle school. So
Oh, I liked you.
my
No,
own
dude,
insecurities.
I loved you in catechism.
I can't think.
Thanks.
I mean, unfortunately, and I think we talked about this at the reunion. I was like, I don't have any really. I don't think we ever said more than one word to each other.
So I have 2 of you guys.
Us together.
I'm gonna start with Alejandro.
Uh-oh.
So you used to do this thing in school that I fucking loved.
Oh.
It's you're like, it's funny when you grow up with somebody because like you see those same interactions now, but you would be hell of observant.
Oh.
You were like super observant, but then you would do this thing where with your throat,
Oh.
it was the frog
Yeah,
thing.
I still do that.
Can
yeah.
you do that still? Dude.
It's scary. It's scary. I don't know if you should put that on your resume.
And that
It
shit,
is terrifying.
That shit used to just like crack me up.
Oh, fun.
Back
Okay,
in
cool.
school.
That's a lot better than I thought it was going to be.
But yours,
But yours.
Mine sounds
and
bad.
I wanted to save the best for last. No.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
But no, so when you first came in, and I didn't even know you were new.
Really? It
I
seems
honestly
like
didn't know. I mean, because maybe if it was middle school, did you come in 6th grade?
7th grade. Middle of 7th grade.
Really?
Yeah. So either I'm gonna take this either as a compliment and like I just blended in super well, or it's just like, oh, I just never noticed Chris.
Super
Well, no, it's
nondescript.
also with middle school. You're coming in. You're like, oh, all the elementary schools are getting meshed.
That's
too.
true.
So
Yeah.
we only have one middle school.
Yeah, but anyways, yours, at least in catechism, I don't know if this was the way in actual like middle school.
Yeah.
But you came in hot with like this Filipino accent.
Okay.
Dude,
All right.
wait, wait,
But listen,
all right,
hold on.
all right.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay.
I mean, I don't think I have to say anything. I don't think I have to say
Then
anything.
don't say anything.
But you had like this like character to you. You had a character to you where like you were like it was straight up like it was like out of a comedy movie. You had a character to you where you like you had the Filipino accent, and then the way you would respond to people, it was like stand-up comedy. But it was great.
Thank you.
I loved it.
Thank you.
But at the same time, when I first met you, I didn't know whether to differentiate of that as fact
Or
or
fiction.
if that's who you really were.
Now I'm trying to think about like if this interaction that you're speaking of,
Yeah.
if it was like a bit, because I would do a bit where I would talk in the Filipino accent.
It was definitely a bit.
Or where some people assumed that like my actual speaking voice at the time, I actually had an accent.
Yeah.
But you always had that
Yeah.
natural, timing. You've always
Yeah.
had that natural, like, so maybe you were more aware of it at 16.
It was definitely that.
You definitely had flakes of it.
I mean, my background for like for
Thank you.
comedic timing was I used to watch this stand-up comedian. His name is Rex Neveretti, who was a Filipino stand-up comedian, and he would do the Filipino accent all the time, which is where I got it. But at first, when I first met up with you, I think it was more so of a defense mechanism.
I think so too.
It was just like I'm seeking approval,
But it was hella funny.
so it worked.
That's what I'm saying. I think it was. I think on your end it was planned and strategic. Of you're like, I know I'm gonna make these motherfuckers laugh if I do this.
Yeah, I received positive reinforcement for doing it.
Exactly.
And then eventually I was just like, okay, I'm gonna stop. I don't want it to be my thing.
Yeah.
It's a funny thing to look back on, but like I don't want to be.
You don't
like,
want to be Urkel forever.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I gotcha.
Don't want to be. I want to be Christian. I don't want to be Christian, the Filipino kid.
Right.
Right. The kid
Right.
that does the Filipino accent. So
The first nickname was better. Christian the Filipino kid is better than the kid who does the Filipino accent.
okay, then I'll stick with that.
If you're a wrestler, cut down on the syllables.
That's like your UFC name, like Christian the Filipino kid.
The kid who pretends to be
Balthazar.
Filipino.
Wow, that's a very obvious name. Right? Makes sense.
The amazing spider.
So you were quiet and shy in middle school.
Extremely.
Dude, were
What
you-
changed? A peyote trip?
Really, I think it changed after high school. I just think it was like it's like kind of one of those things where you just really stop giving a fuck.
Yeah.
Wow.
Honestly, that's just like what it was.
There was
Now
no
I
turning
talk.
point. There was like no specific moment that it occurred.
Like you put your toothbrush down and you're just like, tomorrow I'll start talking to
like,
everybody.
I'm so done with this life. No,
Day 457.
I couldn't pin it to a moment, dude. I think it was kind of just life.
Wow. Whoa. That's
Just
deep
fucking
for
life,
a high
dude.
schooler.
Yeah.
What's the goal in life, dude? What is like with what you're doing right now? It's just like, are you happy?
You want like a tower with your name on it?
No, I'm really glad you said that because like I've always been the type of person where like I've never been one of those people that's like has to be like take over like the fucking world
Real
type
estate
of thing.
mogul.
Yeah, like
Yeah.
I mean like of course like I'm trying like to do that, but it's not like one of those things where I'm like, oh, I gotta be the best. That's just not like. And then once again, maybe that's my wife that has kind of made me that made me that way. But yeah, dude, I just want to have time.
Oh, I like that.
That's
It's the one commodity you can't have.
Yeah,
Are you a competitive individual? What do you say?
I would say so.
How competitive?
Like you'd bet on 2 dogs dying on the side of the road, see which one dies first.
Exactly.
That's where I'm at.
Yeah.
And that's not too far from the truth. You're a very competitive individual.
Yes, I am.
I've seen him gamble before, and it's the scariest thing.
See, that's what's weird. I will not gamble.
Not a gambler.
No.
Why is that?
I don't know. I don't know if I have a really weird thing with money, and my wife will tell you the same thing. I don't know what it is with money, but I just have a really weird relationship with it. But I don't. I will never. Like at the very most, I'll take like $40 out if we're in like Tahoe.
Yeah.
Or something, and
For a single hand of blackjack.
no, I mean,
oh.
I'll like that's the thing too. Like maybe that's my shyness. I won't go play the tables.
Dude, it's tough.
Yeah, you got to get in there, bro.
I know. See, and then like that's my inner kid coming out where I'm like,
But what if they're mean to me?
I know how to play. I know how to play blackjack, but I'm okay. I don't need to. I don't need to go do that.
What's hard about the tables is the mixture of social interaction,
Yeah.
but within a game where people's money is involved.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah, and with gambling too, there's also like, other people are watching to like kind of see if you're doing the like
like
The
this
rituals.
the by the book thing,
Yeah.
if you kind of like miss it by one, then you've pissed off this guy in a cowboy hat, and you're just like, well, now I feel bad. Now I just feel bad. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why I learned the rules.
I get extremely defensive too. So if like some dude in a cowboy hat was to like scoff at me, I'd be like, "What the fuck's wrong with you, dude?" Like,
At least you get defensive. I like shy away. And I'm
Really?
like, okay, I think I'll just take my
you
chips.
can have
and
my
go.
winning.
All right, I'm fine. Well, the first time I played, it's
Sir, don't
scary.
touch the chips after you put them out.
you're like, I have a chip here. Do you want it, sir?
Dude, the
Honestly, you can just have it. I don't-
the amount of things you are not allowed to touch on a table in a casino blows my fucking
Well,
I
mind.
don't even know about that because
and
I
it-
haven't gotten to that point.
It changes sometimes with like when you do like single deck blackjack, you're allowed to pick up the cards and hold them.
Yeah.
Right, but you don't want to bend the cards. And then if it's multiple decks, if there's 4 or 6 in the shoe, usually they do it face up, and then you don't touch the cards at all. Yeah, I mean it's just little things like that. But if you don't play the game, you never learn.
That's what I.
That's
That's
true.
that's exactly probably what I'm scared of. Like I don't want somebody. I don't want to go up there and be like corrected by somebody, and then like my face will get red immediately.
Well, listen, that's what Indian casinos are for. You go to Indian casinos, they'll teach you how to play. And they don't care how long you're there for because they'll take your fucking money. But
Right.
they'll teach you how to play. Like, I've met plenty of dealers who, like, kind of coach you through it. And again, then once you get to know the dealers, they start to like you a little bit more. Now I go for the cutest dealer. And then I just see what happens there. And sometimes it bites you in the ass. But you know what? It's always a lesson when you go to a table. That's what I tell people. Win or lose, you get a lesson either way.
I've always heard that the dealers love if you win,
Yeah, it's not their money.
right?
They don't give a shit.
Well, and also you tip, like the proper etiquette is to
Yeah.
tip them off.
That's
yeah.
true. Yeah. Show 'em
When
your wiener.
when you win. I don't have to show a wiener.
No, but that's right. I always tell dealers when I sit down, if I win, you win. You know
yeah,
what I mean?
and they understand that.
Blackjack's played 2-1, so throw 50 cents.
The first time I played at a table was with Otis, and we were in Tahoe, I believe, and he showed me craps. And there's so many rules
Yeah.
that pertain to craps, and like they're listed on the the general rules are listed out on the table itself, right? Like what kind of bets you can make. But other than that, he's just whispering in my ear. He's just like, "Hey, put this much down. Place your chips right there, and then say this when you like do this."
I
When
would
it
love
comes
a
to-
friend like Otis.
And
But I'm usually just with Sam, and she has equally no idea what she's doing like I don't.
With a drink as big as her, she just
Does she care? Like how? Does she have that same level of shyness when it comes to like an activity like
She's
that.
actually a shark when it comes to craps. So
Right.
she just,
I can imagine.
No, we both just go for the slots. And then like
Easy peasy.
Slots are fun.
after that, I'm like, she's like, let's do some more. I'm like, no, we're not. Don't go to that
go to the
ATM
pool.
anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, you have to. Well, you said $40, and that's it.
Right.
I mean, I'm not a big gambler. Even if it's just slots, or if I'm gonna gamble, I want to be entertained. So if I go to the slots, it's usually the slots that are like movie franchise
Walking
slots.
Dead.
Yeah.
The Walking Dead, and there's like 3
Or
of them.
Elvis.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Elvis is a good one. The Wheel of Fortune's always a great slot machine.
It is.
Because like usually when you hit not the jackpot, but like the opportunity to
Anything.
go further, it like shows a movie scene.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh, this is entertaining. I don't really give a fuck if I lose my money. At least I'm like
Push the
entertained.
button when you see Dorothy's shoes, and now you're over here like pushing a bunch
Yeah.
of
It's
shit.
a game. It's a
Yeah.
game now.
And they're all interactive now. Last time I was in South Lake Tahoe, I was playing a slot machine. It had like 3 screens. I felt like it was in like a flight simulator. I'm over here pushing shit and stuff. And like, yeah, man, it's like a Disneyland ride now.
It
I
makes
feel
it
like
very entertaining.
I always see people win on slots, but I've never been the type of person to win on slots.
You're not putting enough money in.
Is that why?
Yeah. Because slots, you got to give the machine, you got to feed the machine a little bit before it comes back and gets you.
Okay.
But eventually, yeah, it'll turn around.
So maybe I should up to like 60.
I mean, you put
$20 more dollars. $20 more bucks.
What do you think? Like 40, 45 bucks, 45 bucks. I mean, if you put the full 40 in and then you
Give
just
me
hit
some
max
stats.
bet,
Just
Yeah.
three more pulls than what you usually do.
Okay.
the trick is to always hit max bet on slots.
That's the tough part. I know my brother's that way, and he loses $200 in like 10 minutes.
That's why I want it to last, right? If I'm like, all right, Sam, go ahead and here's 40, 60 bucks. I want it. It's like a kid, giving a kid some money for the arcade. You know what I mean?
It's the exact same. It's the exact same.
Right?
Yeah. Well, like I said, everything's a lesson.
Or I at least do like penny slots. The first time I started doing like
You don't win. You
That's
can't-
what I'm saying,
You can't
though,
win
right?
money
Like,
on
I'm like-
penny
I'm like,
slots.
Sam,
No,
go
you
hit the penny
can't.
slots.
25 cents.
I've won
quarter slots.
No, I spent like an hour and I've won $16 and I bought myself 2 drinks.
Okay, see, well, but here's the thing though, with penny slots, walking away with $16 is a pretty. That's
It
like
is.
that's
It's not bad, dude.
That's 16,000 or 1,600 pennies.
Yeah. Like grandma's going to go hit the buffet after that. She's like, hell
Not anymore.
yeah.
Buffet's
Yeah,
like 30
absolutely.
bucks.
And I was entertained the entire time.
But I mean, if you play the big slots and you throw them in, you're doing like, and it's like maybe a $5 max bet, right? You throw your $40 in there, you could sit there potentially for a while because especially if you hit one decent win,
Yeah.
you get 300 credits, which is like whatever. $200 or
Yeah.
whatever. Now you're there for a minute, and then it doesn't matter how much you lose because if you hit payout, you still get your initial and whatever. I mean, slots are a sneaky fun little bitch.
I can see how passionate you are about like gambling. With
I
how,
love
like,
money.
How pepped up you
Dude,
are.
I love arcades.
Oh,
Expand, please.
I don't know. I think it was a thing where like dad would just take us there, like when he would take us, and it was just
we had an arcade ban in 2009 to 2012. It was pretty quiet.
but no. So it was just one of those things where it's like anytime there's like arcade within a vicinity, dude, like I'm hitting it, and I'm just going crazy.
Even to this age.
Yeah.
And like, what does going crazy in an arcade look like?
Like I'm getting like the card that I'm just gonna like max out the card, you know, and then I'm just skee ball, fucking.
You're a Dave and Buster's guy.
No.
What?
Whoa. Well, the Dave & Buster's in the Bay Area suck dick.
Fucking
They
sucks.
This
suck.
one's okay.
No, it sucks
No,
dick. Someone got
dude.
shot there. It sucks dick. You should go to the ones in Southern California. Those are dope as
So
fuck.
like Santa Cruz arcade is pretty awesome. Santa Cruz. Beach
yeah,
Boardwalk.
That was
yeah,
fun.
the beach boardwalk.
That
You know
was
what I mean?
fun.
Like, you know, just like when you and it's the same thing with Vegas. Like if you're in some good arcades in Vegas,
The Excalibur arcade in late
You're crazy,
90s. It was
dude.
awesome.
You're crazy.
you guys are over here gambling. I'm in fucking arcades.
I imagine you just like.
As soon as I turned 21, I never went back to
Did
an
you have
arcade.
a bachelor party for
I
when you
did.
got? Did you go to Vegas?
No.
Where did you go?
We went to the opera.
You guys are gonna fucking laugh. No, I did a houseboat with just like nothing but dudes.
Oh no! I mean, that's not the funniest. It's not the funniest thing I've ever heard, but it's cool. That sounds like fun.
That sounds like a bachelor. That sounds like a wholesome bachelor party. Where
I'm not
like,
a big Vegas guy, man.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not a big like just like bottle. I've never been a bottle service.
That's
like
fine.
No,
fucking
yeah, no.
like
you're an arcade guy.
I'm
If you're an arcade guy, you're not a Vegas guy.
Yeah.
I always heard people go to Vegas for like shows or gambling
Yeah.
or the food, but you go there for the arcades. Just like I love the lights.
arcades. Like last time I went to Vegas, I was literally there for 2 days. But
Just couldn't find a good arcade.
White Castle, I had White Castle for the first time.
Yeah, White Castle's not bad.
Yeah.
I mean, it was one of those things where I just always had the frozen
Yeah.
burger White Castles
It's
growing
the same
up.
thing there.
It really is just a little bit bigger, and then you get fries with it. But I was just like, yeah, I had to fucking try White Castle when I was there. You know,
That was
it's
your
the little,
bucket
it's the
list.
little things.
If you're gonna go, let's plan out your next Vegas trip. If you're an arcade guy,
Well,
you gotta
you're
go
a
to
Vegas connoisseur now, Christian. Tell them where to go.
I've gone. I'm good. I'll probably go like 5 times this year.
Are you for real?
I'm about to go for the 4th time next month, and I'll probably go one more time before the year.
So I heard
ends.
that there's a wrong way to do Vegas and a right way to do Vegas.
Well, it depends on what you're looking at. I mean, like, are you looking at like, are you looking at doing local shit? Or are you looking at doing like the strip type of thing?
I'm big on food.
Beautiful.
Let me stop you there.
Bacchanal is this buffet that is in Caesar's Palace, and it is so good.
Okay.
There is infinite snow crab legs. There is lobster. There's prime rib. There's brisket. And the dessert section is off the fucking hook.
Oh my God.
And this is me being like an ex-fat person. Are you coming? Is that what's happening?
Just a little bit.
This is me being like a
Wow. Clean up the couch afterwards.
It was pre.
Okay, there's a lot going on right now.
Dude, it is incredible. And I have so much to say because yeah, the dessert section is crazy. Macarons on macarons.
I'm big on sweets, dude.
Okay, then they make your crepes right in front of you with a excellent selection of ice cream that you could put inside of there.
Oh, inside the crepe?
Yeah. I mean, it's sweet,
Like a little hot and cold type of thing.
Exactly that. Last time I went, they had what was it? Mochi donuts, I believe. If you're a fan of mochi donuts or those Asian,
I'm a
Mochi
fan
donuts?
of mochi anything, dude.
Yeah.
How do they make it into a donut?
Dude, it's
It's
impressive.
just a big
It's
one.
incredible.
They just punch a hole in it, I guess.
It's like these balls in a circle, and you can rip off each little ball.
Oh shit! So
Yeah.
it's not even like a donut. I just
It
assumed like a
is.
big one.
It is.
I just need to try one.
you have to.
At this
I'm
point
gonna bring
now.
you some.
Yeah, bring it back.
I mean, you are. Would you consider yourself a foodie at this point?
I do, but
You're dating a small Asian woman, which is probably
Yeah.
a huge factor as to why you would probably be a foodie.
it's weird because she's really not.
Interesting.
She was vegetarian for a really long time. She just kind of within the last year started getting into chicken, and like she'll take a bite of a burger like every once in a while. But
She's getting into chicken.
yeah, she really won't eat beef or anything like that. So it was one of those things where it's like, all right, you're the picky one, so you pick where we're going because if I name this shit, you're not going to want to go there. But it was one of those things too where it's like she would like be like, let's go to this place. Like I've been to this place before. Let's go, to this place in Berkeley or Oakland or wherever the hell.
If we could reenact it and you two trying to pick out a place to eat, how would it go? Let's say I'm you be Sam. Hey, babe.
Okay, let's go to the Dead Fish. I'm Sam.
You're Sam.
Okay, let's go to the Dead Fish.
Okay, yeah, in Crockett.
I would be like,
He should be rolling. Yeah, he should be rolling.
let you be Sam. I'll
Yeah.
be rolling.
Okay.
Okay.
You should be you.
Okay.
If anything.
Because we're trying to see what his reaction is.
Okay.
How
all
are
right,
you gonna act
let's
it
go,
out?
Let's go.
Okay, go.
I'm hungry.
Okay, where do you want to go?
I don't know. You pick. I always pick.
All right.
Last time I
Are
said
you-
Dead
are you-
Fish.
Are you feeling? Dead Fish is hell expensive. I mean, it's a pretty pricey date. I mean, like this isn't like. I mean,
Okay,
It's just a
alright.
regular. It's a Thursday. You know
and
what I
I'm
mean?
the picky one.
Yeah. What do you think about like Kinder's? Let's go to Kinder's.
Just don't need chicken. It's a lot of red meat there.
How about like you want Slice House? You want to get like some pizza?
It's pepperoni, red meat.
You can get cheese though. They have like mozzarella. They have like a margarita pizza or
I
something.
mean, but like we just did Orange Theory today, and I'm not. It wouldn't make any sense to like. I just burned 850 calories, babe. We should go for somewhere different.
all right, fine. Let's just go down the street. We'll go to Burger King. We'll get Impossible Whoppers.
Why would I mean like? But then it wouldn't be date
You're
night.
being so much more difficult than Sam right now.
I was just saying. I was like, do you know that this is how she reacts?
No, I don't know Sam that well. I know she's
No,
she's
no.
a sweetie.
Yeah,
but
she's
like,
awesome.
this is just my generalization of because
That really is what it's like though.
I'm dating. I am fiancéed up with a small Asian woman, and so I'm just trying to base it off.
Does
of
Melissa know?
That. She
Let
doesn't.
me ask you guys this: do you guys ever like pick where you're gonna eat, and then like you're like, oh, I kind of want like almost like they make you overdo it when it comes to the ordering?
What do you mean they make you overdo it?
Okay, so
Get the bigger steak.
this shit like that.
Oh,
like,
they upsell?
kind of. Or like where they're like, I want to try that too, though, and I'm like, well, that's a lot of food. She's like, but I want it, and then there's no eating of it. Like once you get it.
Oh, you're talking about, yes, you're saying when your significant other upsells the food. Okay.
Or
Yes.
like wants to get more than I mean, I personally am like, that's a lot of food. Like, you know what I mean? I know you're not going to eat that, but then they're like in the moment, and then like the cashier's staring at you, or like whatever place you're in.
Yeah.
Yes.
And then you're like, okay, yeah, we can get it. Yeah, let's get it. She wants it. Let's get it.
They'll go with like an appetizer. They'll get their entree. They'll ask for the dessert menu.
Yep.
And then they'll probably want to get boba afterwards. And so, I don't know. Is Sam a boba girl?
She's not.
Yeah, that's just
I know.
yeah.
It's
I
just
don't
a
have
Melissa
that.
thing. Gotcha.
Food doesn't really go to waste in my relationship. Usually, it all gets eaten.
Really?
Yeah, I get hungry.
Do you eat more than Karen?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
I eat her under the table, my friend. I mean,
That's disgusting.
I didn't, shut up.
I don't gotta know about that.
If you would have asked me that
Dick.
question, and I would have been like, oh, Sam eats way more than me, she would have freaked the hell out on me.
If you said that,
Sam eats more. I mean, she doesn't, clearly. I mean, you see the difference.
you'd
but
be surprised though, dude, because Melissa inhales food, dude. I wake up well, I wouldn't say the morning because I work a graveyard shift. We all know this. And so I wake up at like 2 p.m. when she comes home from work to her opening chips in the bed. And I'm like, where do you get the room for this?
So yeah, so she'll do this thing where she's like yeah, let's get dessert, and then knowing damn well she's gonna have a half a bite of it, and the rest is me, and I'm like,
I have the other problem where I'm like, I'm gonna order dessert. Do you want anything? And kind of like, no, I don't want anything. I'm like, okay, but then you're not getting any of mine.
Yeah.
And she's like, well, no, I just want like a bite of yours. I'm like, well, then you should get your own dessert because.
And then she ends up eating some of yours.
And then you
Eating
eat
most of
and
mine.
then you get 2 desserts,
And then I win.
Yeah. That's a mind fuck.
Do you like that you have to finish her food, or would you just prefer for her to finish her food and
best.
you don't have to eat it?
It's the best job as a man.
It totally just depends on what she got. Because like she's also does this thing where it's like she wants to get that extra salad, and I'm like okay,
Interesting.
that salad's gonna come dressed, and then even though damn well she knows that she's not gonna eat it the next day, always has to pack it to go.
Yeah. So I'm.
Yep.
Always has to get it. I'm like, there's no point. You're doing it out of the like people thinking that you're wasting food, because it'll just go back to her house in the fridge, and then it
dies there.
I mean, you're not gonna, because nobody's gonna eat the wet salad the next
Do you
day.
have trouble
nobody-
throwing away food?
I do. My grandma, from a very young age, like ingrained in our mind that there were starving children in Africa.
Always.
Starving children in America.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I'm really glad you brought that up.
Yeah. They don't have to go that far. You don't
This
really
is
don't
a
have to go
serious
that
podcast,
far.
and we should be speaking
Yeah.
facts. They're
Guys.
also
But no,
starving children
yeah.
here.
So like it was growing up, it was always like, if you don't finish your food, you're getting thrown up on the cross type of thing.
Whoa.
Not really.
Well,
Yeah.
I'm just saying.
Obviously, yeah.
Because Jesus didn't eat enough then. I don't
Yeah.
know. We've all seen him.
But Sam was very opposite of that. So she's very like, if she doesn't like something, she's like, $12 right at Foodie Land. I don't like that. Bam. I'm like,
she'll just throw it away.
like sometimes she'll do shit like that.
What did she throw away at Foodie Land that she got?
She didn't, because the way we
ube
did
donut.
it, right? No, I fucking love anything ube, dude. You guys, dude, anything ube. But no, like we did it right, because I went with like Alex and Patrick and stuff. So we would each get something and like try each other's stuff.
Yeah.
So we could try as much shit as possible.
Nice.
Right. So like with her, she had to really want something for me to like buy it for her.
Yeah.
I like the idea of sharing food.
Yeah.
But I also like carefully choose what I'm gonna get.
Yep.
I read what's in it, and you know what I mean. I like look at what other people have in their hands.
Yeah.
So I don't. I can't think of the last time I ordered something, unless it's like done poorly.
Dude.
Where I order something and like take a bite and be like, I don't want the rest of this. Usually, even if it's not what I expect, I'll be like, well, I mean, guess I'm eating this goulash. Like, it's just whatever.
You guys want to hear the worst Disneyland story ever?
Let's hear
Oh
it.
no.
You know Club 33?
Yeah.
Okay,
Oh
so
no, they fucked up your steak.
dude, no. It gets worse.
Oh no, they killed your kid.
So
That would be the worst thing they could do.
it gets worse than that.
From bad steak
They
to
gave you a kid.
Yeah. All right. So Sam's family, they used to own the Camellia Tea Room downtown.
Nice.
One of their regulars was her brother was like a big wig at Disneyland. So they got us into Club 33 when we went down there.
Hell yeah.
I'm dating Sam for like maybe 7-8 months at the time when I go down to Disneyland with her family. We're going into Club 33. I'm trying to be the boyfriend that gets the most bang for my buck, right?
Gotcha.
I'm not paying for the meal. Her father is paying for the meal.
It's an interesting position to be in.
You're in Club 33.
It's a rare position to be in.
It's a very rare position to be in. And I'm like, I'm not going to go and get the $75 steak. I'm just not going to be that fucking guy. I can't be that guy.
Yeah.
So would you get the steak sandwich?
No. I get the fucking PLT.
Pastrami, lettuce, tomato.
Pork, lettuce, tomato.
Okay.
Like
Club
pork belly?
30 Club 33 server doesn't tell me, it's an open face sandwich. Club 33 server doesn't tell me that the pork is served cold.
Oh no! So you're expecting a nice warm sandwich?
I'm thinking of I'm like, all right, $18. I'm gonna get a pork, lettuce, tomato. It's
like
a
the
sandwich. I know. I was probably.
That's a good idea,
Yeah.
actually. But, so you get this cold sandwich.
Yeah, but it's like grosser than gross.
Oh no!
And I'm in front of her whole family, so I don't want to be that guy at Club 33 that's like, I really don't like this. I'm so sorry. Can you send it back? So I take a bite and it's fucking gnarly. This thing's almost like raw. It's almost raw pork, is what it seems like.
Cold pork is interesting.
Like I could eat a cold pulled pork sandwich.
Yes, but at one time that was hot. I guess any pork has to be hot to be edible.
For the most part.
That's a weird choice, though.
I know.
It's purposeful that it was cold.
Yes.
It's like a leftover pork chop that they put on
It's
the
like
sandwich.
some type of fancy fucking pork or something. I don't know. I couldn't tell you.
Fancy people are so dumb.
I know, right? It's like, anyways. So I eat it, and then, like, to try and get rid of it, I'm like, oh, you guys should try this. Like, this is really good. So I'm passing it around the table, and then it gets to her dad, right? And keep in mind, it's only like 8 months in at the time.
Yeah.
It gets to her dad, he eats it, and he starts laughing. He's like, this tastes like fucking shit.
Wow. Did you turn red?
You're like, no, it's good. Look at
hell
me.
yeah.
Nom, nom, nom.
Because he fucking outed my whole thing to get it eaten.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He fucking ousted me. Shit. So I mean, it was great. It's a great story. But the one time you get to go to Club 33, imagine getting the nastiest fucking thing on the menu.
Were you guys laughing about it at least? Like, okay.
Oh, it's still a joke to this 10 years later.
So it's
still a
not
joke
like
to this day.
he has any disdain for you for
No,
your taste
no.
in food.
You picked the worst sandwich.
Yeah.
But he's
How
just,
could you date this man? He doesn't know how to
Forces
order.
you to break up right there and then.
But thank God they had like it's like a 3-course meal, so they had like really good like pre stuff.
Did they still have crab legs when you were there?
I don't remember.
I remember when I went, they had crab legs out, and it was like,
Oh, so you two are part of the club.
I've dabbled with the 33.
I've not. So this fucking sucks. I
Yeah,
want to go
dude.
so bad.
Yeah.
Yeah, I went
It's
on my
pretty
birthday.
crazy when they like open up the door for you and shit. Like,
Dude, did you get to go in the elevator?
yeah.
Yeah, that's like this old-timey elevator that's really cool.
And like their napkins in the bathroom are like almost cloth.
Too nice.
It's almost like a towel, but it's a napkin.
And you just throw it away.
Wow. And no, I would keep that. I would
I
stash
did.
multiple.
I grabbed like a bunch of shit from the bathroom, like shoved it in my
This is
pockets.
how you know
You're poor.
exactly. Not poor, but like
Thrifty.
that you don't often thrifty. This is how you know that you don't often go to nice restaurants. Is if you go to the bathroom for the first time and you're impressed by the sinks.
Yep.
And if you are very impressed by the napkins,
Yeah.
try it out and then take multiple in your pocket. At that point, and then this is the move. This is how you know.
I think you need to go to some nice restaurants, buddy.
What's
I
up?
think you need to go, because I know exactly what napkins you're talking
You
about.
need to
They're-
go to the Dead Fish, dude.
Yeah, those napkins are also at like Ruth's Chris Steakhouse and stuff like that. Like they're fairly common
Yeah,
napkins.
yeah.
That's what I'm saying. I don't go
I don't either, to be honest with you.
super often.
Are you a big fancy restaurant person?
Yeah, I've dabbled in the fancier of restaurants for sure. Yeah, I mean, I'm a big food person as well, but I'll blow my whole load on one fucking meal just to make sure that it's good as fuck. You know,
I can imagine that. Yeah, food's important. It's a commitment. Like the scariest moment is it when the waiter comes and you're with a big group
And they hand you
ask,
a cold pork sandwich.
That's terrifying.
Oh, you must not know what a PLT is.
Oh,
You don't know this
Yeah.
at McDonald's?
you want it warm.
Yeah.
Or what if that was the one thing that like they forgot to cook and he's like, this kid's not gonna know the difference.
Yeah.
It'd be fine. Look at him passing it around to all
They're
those
all
people.
looking out the window.
I saw
my
him
God.
shoving his pockets in the bathroom.
He'll think it's a fancy way to do a pork sandwich.
Fuck, what if that's what happened?
What if there was an option for like a BLT, but he's like, hey, Do we have any of that cold pork? I bet you
Yeah.
we could confuse this guy. Tell him it's a PLT.
And he's just like, yeah, I'm down for that.
Yeah.
But the scariest thing that I think about like ordering is like when you're not ready to order and everyone else is, because the person that decided last minute when they're like, get to me last, right? And then so they start the circle of orders like at the person to the left, and they're still not fucking ready.
He's a slow reader. I mean, I got nothing.
The worst also is when you order something like, oh, I'm sorry, we're actually out of that. And then you're like, just go to the next person. Just go to the next person and just come back to me.
Yeah, not that I think that this is a high tier restaurant at all, but for the past 5 times I've gone to BJ's, that's happened to me.
They run out of stuff?
They said, I'm sorry, we can't make you your steak wedge salad because our salad chef's not here. And we
they're
all
just
looked at each
understaffed.
other and we were like, you guys have a salad chef?
Yeah.
A chef specifically just for the salad?
Yeah, that's pretty common.
And if that person's gone, you can't make any more salad?
I mean, usually it's just a salad guy. Usually you wouldn't call him a chef. But
They
he's
called
just
him a salad chef.
They were really hyping him up that day.
No, that's what I'm
Yeah, for a guy
saying.
who didn't show up, I don't know if he deserves that title.
That's what I'm
but,
saying. Like, did I just really miss out on a good salad if it's
I
being
mean,
made
all he
by a
does
chef?
if all he does is salads, that means he goes to bed thinking about salads. He wakes up thinking about salads.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? He's got a lettuce themed bed.
I could see that being like a spin-off document, like a spine. You guys seen like Spinal Tap, like the
yeah.
you know what I mean, like a documentary of like the salad chef.
Yeah. It could be that.
Yeah,
Because that's so specific.
But he works at BJ's.
exactly.
That's what I'm saying.
It was like he started at the top, and now it's like it's the after.
I used to make PLTs at Club 33, and now I make salads at
Nah,
BJ's.
I'm just a fucking salad chef.
You send out one cold pork sandwich, and now you're working at BJ's making salads. That's what happens.
How was it after that? So, like, after you ordered that, gave it to everyone around you and poisoned the entire table.
If I'm getting sick, we're all getting sick.
We're all having food poisoning. Like, so you guys were laughing it off. So obviously you struck points with like the family.
I think so. I mean, hopefully I struck the points where it was like
This guy can stomach some shit.
I didn't stomach it because I tried to pass it off to get it done with. But it was just kind of one of those things probably where it's like, okay, we see he did very well by not ordering something super pricey. Mm-hmm. Like we saw the sacrifice in his eyes.
I'll have the soup and salad lunch special, please.
Because as much as you want, I mean, you're at a fancy restaurant. As much as you want to order the $75 steak, you're not going to do that.
But I've always been like that, and maybe that's the shy kid. Because my brother, growing up, doesn't matter who we were with like friends and their family. He's like, can I get the steak? You know what I mean? I'm like, no, I'll take the burger. That's just me, I guess.
Just eat whatever he drops.
Yeah.
I think the move that I did when I first got my first job ever was H&M. And the way I got that job, I walked up to the manager and I said, hey, can I apply? And they're like, okay, why do you want to work here? And I said, honestly, I just got my first girlfriend ever and I want to start taking her out to dinners. She laughed super hard and was just like, okay, we have an interview for you like later in the week.
That's awesome.
I saw that to completion because like now that I had a job, I was like, okay, what's the best way to please my girlfriend's family? And I was like, take them out to dinner. And then to take them out to dinner, let them order anything they want. I order the expensive thing, and they think they're going to pay. The dad thinks they're going to pay. But I say, I got it. And then you try to fight with you just say, like, no. I swear, it's my treat. And, like, in some families, it gets you points if you just, like, pay for the damn meal.
Is that the same girlfriend you have now?
No, this is my first girlfriend.
Damn.
Yeah.
The few times that I've done that, I wouldn't wait for the fight for the check. I would just catch the waiter and then pay for it
Do
before.
it secretly.
And then
I'm going to go to the
they'll be like-
bathroom real quick.
Yeah, because I usually go to the bathroom at least twice during a meal, and then I'll find the waiter and I'm like, "Hey, I'm going to pay for this right now," or take this card and use this when it's ready. That way, you avoid all that awkwardness, and that always gets a lot of points because then they'll be like, "Oh, should we get the check?" And it's like, "Don't worry," but boom, and then there's no fighting about it, and you still feel like a pimp, but then you just.
Isn't it tough being like a guy entering a
woman?
female's family?
Oh,
A woman's family, sure, yes.
Oh yeah, I remember being like a kid and being like, man, when I get a girlfriend, I hope that like
I hope she's
It
rich.
sounds so bad, but I'm like, I hope that like her dad's not in her life, so I don't have to like deal with the dad.
I really liked girls with daddy issues for a while too, but then you
Right?
find out that's
It's not the route. to
difficult-
go.
it's
Well,
a
it's all the
difficult deck.
stereotypes, man. It's
Yeah.
just like you don't what they depict in movies.
Right.
You're picking up a girl for like prom, and then it's her father that opens a door, and he's like looking at you stern and like judges your handshake and makes sure that it's really firm. And he says like, "All right, Sarah's gonna be back by," and you say, "11 p.m., sir," and they're like,
It's like,
"Okay."
try 10.
And we're just like, "Fuck."
I didn't have that problem because I didn't drive, so it was always the girl having to
No,
tell
I
my
never.
dad.
Yeah, that's the same thing too. As I just never had that problem. It was always just the movies, just psyching me
They
out.
always make things way cooler in movies.
And I watched really disturbing movies from like a really young age.
Yeah, 10 things I hate about you.
Disturbing.
Disturbing. But I think it's because I had an older brother. You know, it's like where you're kind of like you're playing catch up.
Yeah.
Where it's like whatever he watches, I'm gonna watch naturally, or whatever he does, I'm gonna do.
I loved Braveheart in the 5th grade.
That's how it is having, but we all here actually have like older brothers.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we all here only have two. We all are just have double two brother situations, huh?
I had a third brother, but I ate him in the womb.
That I wouldn't surprise.
Just like Elvis, dude.
No. Elvis fought the fuck out of that baby. That baby came out.
that's right. The
Yeah.
other that
Aaron.
she does make it a point. The mom makes it a point.
He's
to
got
say that.
twice the power, dude. Think
Dude.
about it.
I like
don't
Twice
know.
the voice.
Wait, that's not what a baby cannot eat another baby in the fucking womb.
That's what
dude.
he has. When Elvis died, they dissected his throat. He had double vocal cords.
No. Yeah, the science doesn't
Double
add
the
up.
soul.
Oh, I could imagine double the soul.
Actually, he just had a tiny baby inside of him.
Oh, so he was
That's what was making him.
double pregnant was
Yeah,
what his
yeah,
mom
yeah.
was. That
We're not scientists.
no, not at all. But the fuck, dude, what were we talking about?
I got confused with the Elvis.
You said, oh, just like Elvis, what?
Absorbed the baby in the womb.
God damn it! Now we got caught up on
we
this
all got
Elvis
mind
thing.
fucked.
No, okay. Was it tough meeting your now wife's family for the first time?
Not at all. The only part that was tough was she was having sex well before me. I mean,
like
like
crazy
well
thing to just,
before-
like,
not
straight up in public.
Not like I lost my virginity to her, but like she was having sex with other people before I came into the picture.
I didn't mean no disrespect, but I thought you were going to say she was having sex well before I knew. And just like,
what sex was. But anyways, what happened was she got a UTI, and the doctor straight up said, hey, it's because of, I don't know, not peeing after sex or whatever reason people get UTIs.
that does happen.
And then that's when her dad found out that she was having sex at 17. So there was a very awkward time where it was like I had to go face the music because he had just found out now, even though boyfriends previous, he didn't
That
pick
sounds.
up.
I mean, that sounds like a horrible conversation to have.
Oh, 100%.
Wait, so he was talking to you about her previous sexual
No.
interaction?
No, it was just the doctor was like, when they were in the doctor room and they're like, yeah, she got it because of X reason.
Yeah.
It was like, you're having sex?
That's good. That's kind of fucked up on the doctor because, like, I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
UTIs can come from like a handful of different things. But for the doctor to be like, it's definitely because you didn't piss after people have blown fat loads in your pussy.
I'm sure he
then
didn't confirm
And then
it.
the dad's just like, why are you talking to my daughter like this, sir?
You say, okay,
Foul loads.
I just assume the doctor is like, I don't know, Andrew Dice Clay. Oh,
that's how it.
daughter's got a UTI.
Great impression.
Thank you. I've been practicing.
That's I was intimidated with my first girlfriend because she was also having sex well before I was at the time. Honestly, when my first relationship.
You guys gotta stop dating sluts.
Right?
Whoa, dude!
It's okay. Hey, I'm the slut in my relationship.
Are you?
No.
Oh, she is.
No. There's no
You gotta
sluts
chill
in my
the fuck out, dude. You're digging yourself a hole.
Again, perfect relationship.
Well, I mean, there was just so much insecurity because, like, I was already this bigger guy. First relationship ever. She had multiple partners, and
The experience is always kind of nerve wracking.
Yeah. Oh my god. The first time, like, I put it was.
She was like, not that one.
No, she didn't say that. Oh man, I was just like, Now I'm embarrassed.
No, I mean,
Keep going. You're already this far.
There's always an experience gap, especially with your first girlfriend.
Yeah.
I was just
No,
really
for sure.
drunk. I was just really drunk, and like imagine like trying to put it in for the first time, and you had whiskey dick,
Oh, you're one of those.
and I was yeah.
I've heard about this multiple times before. It never happened to me, but I've heard about how common it is.
You've
It's
never had
really
whiskey?
common,
No.
actually. It's really
Whiskey
common.
Never.
It's not
What?
that big of a problem.
No.
You are a god among men, dude.
No.
What?
I don't think so.
You don't understand. You don't understand a flaccid penis that is occurring
But hold on,
due to alcohol consumption.
I've also heard that even without alcohol consumption, when it's some guy's first time, they have trouble getting it up. It's like due to excitement or something like that. Like there's so many emotions of it being your first time that they're not able to get it up without alcohol.
Honestly, most men are lucky they don't burst out in tears the first time they have sex just because they got so much welling up inside of them.
Did you cry?
I mean, after.
Did you, like, realistically speaking?
No.
Or did you think you were the fucking man, huh?
Let me think. The first time I had sex.
Or you came
No,
too
I
early
felt-
and you
no,
didn't
no,
think like you were the fucking man?
No, I think I felt vaguely dirty, actually.
Dirty.
Because it was at a friend's house and it was during a party and I had to go back out and face everybody.
Oh.
They're like, "What did you just do?"
Well, did people know?
I mean, I thought you guys, I'm pretty sure you guys knew.
No, if this is...
You know I lost my
I wish-
virginity
I
in your
w-
doll room.
He lost... Yes.
It was in this house. Yeah, so, I mean...
Well, I don't know. I was drunk as shit but
Yeah,
during that
that's true.
entire
Okay,
time.
so
So,
maybe-
it's not going to be like, hey,
yeah,
I know you fucked.
Nobody's keeping tabs and being like, and where's Alex? Yeah, no, it wasn't.
Alex is going around whispering in everybody's ears.
I just did the thing. I put my weight on.
Smell my dick. Hey, you. Smell my dick. Smell my 2 fingers.
I swear to God, smell my dick, dude. Smell my dick.
She comes in and is like, oh, he's just smelling it. It's not weird, I promise.
And it's not like girls go around saying like, yo,
Smell my puss.
smell my vag.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If only.
Yeah, dude. It's wow. Crazy.
The things we share.
But anyway, I couldn't get it up for my first time.
Yeah.
It's okay, pal.
I mean, at least you had the excuse of the alcohol, right?
Yes. No, and then the next day, I've told this story on the podcast before, so I'll make it real short and sweet. But the next day I had a family party, and she came to that family party, and
Is this the sweatpants story?
yes. So basically, it was toward the end of the family party that I was having here, and so I was just like, yeah, you want to try that thing again?
Yeah, we didn't
Like,
get
this
to-
time I'm sober. I
Yeah.
ain't got none. And she was just like, okay. And then successful. I categorized that as my first real time
Did it last?
Yeah, for
because
sure.
it lasted. But in the middle of it, this is where I think I'm either like a G or just a horrible person. In the middle of it, my mom is yelling from downstairs saying, Christian, your mama Sandy's leaving. Come kiss her goodbye.
No, that's like the worst thing you
And-
want to hear.
Yeah. And I'm in and I'm like, I gotta do this. And so she's just like, okay, do it real quick. So I leave her here. She booty ass naked. I put on some clothes. I still have my condom on.
But it was
I
on your nose, though.
Put
right?
on sweatpants. I'm commando with the condom on. Put on my sweatpants. Flip it up. Put on a
Oh,
shirt.
you flipped up?
Flipped up. So I'm still hard. This entire time.
Did you have a big shirt on at least?
Yes. All I had were
Shirtless.
big shirts. I was still
Shirtless.
fat at this point, dude.
Shirtless, but he still flipped it up.
Just the tip is poking.
We call that the up periscope.
Oh God. I call that peeking. Hello. I call that a diglet.
Some people call it the baby Yoda.
A diglet.
Okay, so I go downstairs and I kiss my aunt goodbye. She's a 70-year-old woman. Kiss her goodbye, and you know how Filipino parties are. One person leaves, and then it's just
Everybody's
a train of
getting-
people.
yeah.
So I got my thing in my thing. And I'm just, kissing a bunch of my aunts and saying bye to my uncles this entire time. 5 minutes go by. This is where I'm impressed with myself. Go back upstairs. Your boy's still hard. And I get it done. And that's my first real time is what I would say.
That's like some stand-up comedy right there.
It's a roller coaster.
No, I'm
all
saying
right.
that you could see I could see a stand-up comic on stage talking about that specific
Oh,
story.
the premise.
Yeah.
Oh, maybe I should turn that into a bit then.
You guys ever done stand up comedy?
We used to do open mics. Yeah. It's
How'd it
tough.
go? I know. I bet.
You want to talk about your experience?
No.
No.
I'm still. I mean,
Dealing with trauma or what?
well, how like 5 or 6 aunts and uncles that you gave them boner salty kisses to?
What? I mean, it's like there was no touching of the waists. So there's
That's true. That's true.
Yeah.
Family hugs are pretty.
it was just like, okay, hi, bye, or bye.
That's good. That's good.
And that's it. And I had to rush upstairs. But anyway, for stand-up comedy, we've done our share of open mics. We've seen each other bomb.
Yeah.
We had to do an open mic set together, which was stupid.
That wasn't fun.
Yeah, they were short on time. They're like, do you two want to go up together? And
I
we're
don't
like,
even know if they were short on time. They just put us up together for some reason.
super weird. But yeah, I've done it a few times, and the very last time I did it was the first time where it clicked. Was the first time like I felt like, oh, this is like I did well. People are laughing. I'm likable. People liked me. Was this something that you think you'd ever do?
Oh, hell no.
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 Very vulnerable position.
Oh, yeah. I would just, it'd be like, I'd need like mass preparation.
I mean, that's
Well,
what
that's
it is.
usually how most of it goes.
Right.
Yeah.
Because like it's that's comedy that you have to prepare, and we're used to just comedy that we do on the fly.
Yeah.
So it's something that I eventually want to get back into. Like, is it like my path? I don't think so. Is it something fun and a skill that I'd like to hone? Probably, but like it's a tough thing
For sure.
I mean, would you do any sort of performing? Like, you could be an act. Would you act? Because now that you've been making like content where you are green screening yourself into popular films,
It's most acting now is being in front of a green
you're
screen.
acting,
Right.
dude.
I don't know. I feel like I could, but I just don't think. I do say all the time, if I was somebody who was trying to be an actor, I would do exactly what I'm doing right now. I would like hit, if I was like somebody that just, let's just say that followed me on social media and was like, I really want to be an actor, I would hit me up and say, how can I get in and do one of these green screens and replace myself and try to do that same exact scene, like as an actor.
You wouldn't want to just like actually audition for like a new movie or commercials and whatnot.
I guess I just don't know how to go about it.
What do you see yourself being?
I guess for me, it's kind of the same thing, right? Where I go back to where it's just like, I'm just kind of have done what I've just kind of fallen into doing. Where it's like being an actor, just not one of those things where I've ever just been like, I really want to be on the screen, or I want to get like, I don't know.
Yeah. I mean, if you're not having the hunger for it,
Yeah.
that's the point.
Yeah.
But what would you see? What person in a movie do you guys see yourself being? Funny best friend, probably. I think everyone wants to be the funny best friend.
No. I would see myself as like the mean dad.
I can see that. Yeah.
No, actually, I would.
Dad that left.
Yeah, no, I would probably get cast as like the friend or like the witty bartender.
I can see bartender.
Yeah,
or
the
server.
uncle who only is in a couple of episodes and then leaves.
Okay.
Which I'm completely cool with that. That's an awesome role.
Just being a side character.
Yeah.
How about you?
I was trying to feel the vibe on Alejandro of what I could see him. I'm kind of getting like John C. Reilly.
Oh, that's
Wow.
a
John
that's
C.
a-
Reilly
that's a- That guy
vibes.
has an Oscar.
Huge
Yeah.
compliment.
Huge head.
Do you think you ever could be like a lead?
I don't know. I just really don't think of myself as like having any type of that type of talent.
I mean,
I could see Roland being in a movie if like the actor meets like if like in the scene they meet with a real estate agent and then like at the premiere they're like, that guy is a real estate agent.
Right. Like
That's-
he's actually a real estate
Yeah,
agent.
that's why they cast him because
Yeah.
he knows exactly.
typecasting him as what he actually is.
Well, I'm just saying that's what he'd be good
Exactly.
at. Is what I'm saying. Like that would be the role I see Roland as doing. Is being
Right.
like, yeah, that guy, he's a real estate agent.
I could imagine you being like, let's say, since our origination of friendship, let's say, is you
middle
being
schooler?
shy and quiet and just kind of like you say one thing and you're more observant. There is a lead role for that type of person. Let's say Ryan Gosling in Drive.
I
Have you
was
seen that
just
movie?
thinking that. Yeah,
Where he
that's-
barely talks, but he's a fucking badass and
Yeah.
he's the lead.
You guys
So
ever
maybe
seen
that.
Place Beyond the Pines?
Yeah, that's.
I
a good
have
one.
not.
It's really good.
Isn't he in it for like 10, 15 minutes? He's
No,
that's when
he-
he's blonde with tattoos, right?
I gotta say that's my favorite Ryan Gosling movie.
It's my second favorite. My number one
Drive?
is Nice Guys.
Okay.
Nice
Yeah,
Guys
yeah.
is
That's a good-
is like
good
his
pick.
best film. But no, that Place
I'm
Beyond
really
the Pines is
surprised
really
you
good
haven't seen
too. And Bradley Cooper's in it too for a minute, and then it does take a weird kind of turn when then it turns to be about their kids.
Yeah.
But it makes sense with the story. But I just want to see more of that Ryan Gosling character. Like if I could have just had a full movie about that dude,
That made me want to buy a dirt bike so fucking bad.
it made me want to rob a bank.
Right.
Yeah.
You shouldn't do that. You should do that.
Right. You should watch it.
I should at least watch
You
it.
should watch it tonight.
Ryan Gosling is one of my favorite actors. Have you seen him in Blue Valentine? So sad.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
sad.
Yeah.
What's the difference between
I've
a
seen a
pregnant lady
lot,
and
dude.
a
I've
light
seen a
bulb?
lot of movies.
Wait, what did you say?
What's the difference between a pregnant woman and a light bulb?
What?
You can unscrew a light bulb. It's from my Blue Valentine.
Does he say that as a joke to her? Oh, God.
I really like that one.
You say you watch a lot of movies?
Yeah. I'm like obsessive.
Okay.
Nice.
Top 5 movies.
No, don't do that.
Top movie.
Don't do that.
Number one all-time movie, Castaway.
That's yours, or are you just guessing for
No,
him?
mine's Goodfellas.
Then don't guess for other people. That's
I'm
crazy.
trying to-
See,
I'm
that's what
trying
I
to
hate
help.
about this question too, because it's like he just named 2 great movies, and when he said Goodfellas, I'm like, what makes me want to say Goodfellas? But I cannot.
What's your favorite movie right now? Does that usually makes it easier,
Ooh.
right?
I gotta say, one that's just been lingering. I love horror movies, and one that's just been lingering for a very long time is Hereditary.
Yes, that's my favorite horror movie of all time.
What, are you disappointed?
No, it's incredibly scary. It's a very disturbing movie.
We had to watch that for the podcast this Halloween. Speaking of which, since October is coming up, we're gonna be doing Halloween movies or horror movies every single week.
I take Halloween very, very seriously as well.
Really? Oh, you dress up. You were Pennywise
I
the
fucking
other
go all out, dude.
year, right?
Yeah, I already got my shit planned out for this year.
And you
Tinkerbell.
can't talk about it, huh? This is gonna come out well before Halloween, so.
I don't care, but you guys will see it. I wish I was I'm gonna be in New Orleans, so I'm gonna be like scaring the fuck out of people on like Bourbon Street in New Orleans.
You seem like the type of person that likes to play pranks.
I do.
Oh.
I really do.
Were you a prankster growing up?
I don't think so. I just like to scare people, and I feel like it's kind of a weird trait, but I love to see people's reactions of like being scared.
That's a weird amalgamation of traits that I've learned about you in this
Yeah.
podcast. You're like shy, quiet, also personable, but like I love to scare the shit out of people.
I think it's called a well-rounded person.
I guess so.
Yeah, it's a little bit of everything.
I mean, because I like scaring people, but it's not like I don't
I
don't go out of my way
Yeah,
for it, man.
I was gonna say like I don't like hiding and like jumping out, but I do sometimes like scaring my coworkers like that. But my favorite thing to do when it comes to scaring people is when I'm driving in the car and it's nice and calm. I'll just go and scream at Karen or whoever's in the
Nice.
car next to
At
me.
least you're driving. If you were to be the passenger,
I do it as a
and do
passenger
that,
too.
fuck you. Don't do that. You know what my brother's done to me? He's
Tickle you until you pee your pants.
yes, that's not till I peed my pants, but he's tickled me until I cried. But okay, well, go into that story real quick. So we were at
Like you can picture exactly that happening.
And I imagine chubby Christian too. Just
oh, this is
It's
right
a
when
laugh turned into a cry.
This is right
yeah.
before I moved to Benicia. So imagine like me as you met me.
perfect circle.
Yes, rotund,
But also your voice was a little like an octave higher.
higher.
Your
had-
glasses were just a little bit thicker.
Had the prepubescent mustache.
This
and
mustache.
How come no one told me I had a unibrow?
We all
but-
knew your face would get bigger.
What?
That's why people. Yeah, your face.
That's as big as it was gonna get. I think I got
your
bigger.
face kind of rolled out.
Anyway, I moved. So this was right before. Thanks. This is right before I moved to Benicia, and we went to Six Flags, and we were riding Tasmanian Devil. If you guys are familiar with that, right?
Tasmanian Devil.
That's the one that spins in circles and also pendulum swings.
Okay,
Yeah.
I'm familiar with that style.
And so they lock you in. I'm sitting next to my brother. I'm with my cousins. I'm super excited. Love roller coasters. And him being the asshole that he was, because he's 7 years older than me, started like grabbing my like doing
Oh,
this to
yeah.
my thighs, and that shit's
You
ticklish.
can't move. You can't
Can't
move.
move. I can't move. So he kept on doing it, and it started off as like a laugh, like, "Hey, bro, stop! Hey, bro, stop it! Bro, stop! Bro, stop!" And he kept on doing it until I was crying, an 11-year-old crying on Tasmanian Devil because it was just too much stimulation.
it's just like I
And
was
then your
saying,
mom's like, "What happened? What happened?" You get off the ride, right? You're like, "What happened?"
did they stop
Just
the
like,
ride?
yeah, they were saying Kuya tickled him.
Like, have you ever seen like a kid get so scared on a ride that they like stop, they like abort the ride halfway through?
No, I've never seen that.
Oh,
You've seen that?
yeah, I was the kid.
I was.
Oh, you were crying.
It was
Really?
neat plot
I got
twist.
really scared when I was a kid. When I was a little kid, I got scared very easily. I think maybe that's why I don't like scary films.
I did too. I used to have a really strong fear of being abducted.
Oh,
By aliens?
No,
by
no,
people.
like a fucking like anything.
That's an
Like,
irrational
dude,
fear.
like when an Amber Alert came on the TV, like I would like not like
Is it me?
yeah, like I'd get legitimately scared.
Oh man, like
Yeah.
maybe you're next.
What? So, like, you never took free candy. You never walked by yourself.
No, it wasn't more. It wasn't really like that. It was just more so of like I literally just had this fear of like somebody breaking into my house and abducting me like as a child.
That's really scary.
It was weird. It was just a very
That's a
odd
very
fear.
in-depth fear.
Like there's no like trauma. It's not like there was like at one point I was like abducted for a little bit or anything. Like it was just odd.
No, but when we were kids, I can remember a couple of news stories where that happened. Right?
Exactly.
Where, like,
So maybe that's what it was.
that couple who like they are at a hotel and like the kids went to sleep, so they went to dinner. When they came back, the kids were gone. Like there's a couple of news stories, and I think when we were kids and very like when you don't know what the news is, but you can like hear the news story, you hear that once, and then you're
Yeah.
suddenly, my nephew was terrified of tornadoes living here in Benicia for whatever reason, and all of a sudden like, how do you even know what a tornado is?
Yeah.
Like we're not telling you like, and this is a hurricane. It's like you must have heard it once somewhere along the line, and then your little child brain is just like,
that could happen to me.
lions kill people
Yeah.
all the time.
Yeah, it's we're so used to our own bubble is what it is, that these like outside coincidences could be very fucking scary. But it's like that's crazy to think that you would be, it's a possibility, but like growing up in such a nice city like Benicia,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
It's definitely like a sure more of like a feasible fear to have, like if you're living somewhere.
Vallejo.
Yes. 15 minutes away. Why couldn't it happen to Benicia?
Right.
But I
The community.
is there a specific reason why you would think that you had gone abducted? Did you think you were a cute kid or something?
No. I just remember thinking like, man, I can't wait till I'm like a teenager because then nobody's gonna want to abduct me.
Like, so it was like
I'm
you
past
kind of
the-
wanted to, but at the same time it kind of scared you. You're like, I hope they pick me, but I also hope I'm fast enough to run away.
People are
Anytime
thinking
a van drives by,
Yeah.
you're just like, no, not today, no.
Or you think about what you would do if you were in that situation type of thing. I don't know. Just a weird little child
like the
brain.
milestones that people usually think about in life is just like, once I turn 18, I could go hookah, or I could buy my first pack of
Right.
cigarettes or lotto ticket. Then I turn 21, I could go drink. But you're thinking like, man, once I turn 14,
Nobody's gonna fucking want me.
no one's gonna kidnap
Yeah.
me at all.
Yeah.
Joke's on you. Human trafficking numbers say it's mostly 14 to 19-year-old people.
Ooh.
So
Is that true? Or are you making this up?
you'll never know now.
Alejandro fact?
Who knows?
Okay.
It could be
I could
true.
see that being true, and it's also kind of like where that teenager's at, right? Like if you're like in like the movie 13, like I feel like they could have been.
Oh, whoa, the one with Rachel Evan Wood? Yeah. That
Don't
movie's...
tell me you haven't.
I haven't seen it. Homegirl from
man.
Westwood.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude,
But this
you
is
got-
like before she met Marilyn Manson.
Okay, before she was fucked up.
Yeah,
Maybe like at the time that it was going on.
Okay. Oh.
But
But she does a bunch of drugs.
Wait, what
so
happened?
they're just wild. They're wild.
Two white girls,
13-year-olds.
13-year-olds who just have like a lot of access to drugs.
And they just throw themselves into these horrible situations.
But that's kind of what I'm saying, where it's like I feel like if you were like that type of 13, 14, 15-year-old, like you
a
could
cool 13, 14, 15-year-old.
you could easily get put in like kind of get coerced into the ring.
Yeah.
If you're the girl from Taken, it makes sense that, because you're, but if you're fucking,
just throwing
Butch Cassidy, nobody's going to steal you,
Yeah.
Or if you're like Filipino best friend of Spider-Man, no one's gonna steal you.
Ned.
No one could have stole me because I was. Can you imagine a grown man trying to pull like a 230 pound?
Well, look,
Teenager into a white van?
The last 3 Netflix documentaries that I've watched have all somehow coming around to being like they were kidnapped as a child and then got a whole new life. And like they thought like this was their dad, but because they didn't have any like real recollection of anything, so like they could have taken a fat kid. They don't give a fuck, bro.
Did you watch I Just Killed My Father?
Yes, I watched that one, and then what was the other one with the girl in the picture?
Yeah.
That was another one where it was like, and actually, she was kidnapped as a child, so
Yeah.
we don't even know who she is. And it's
Yeah.
like a lot of child kidnapping, and then just moving to Arkansas and being like, yeah, we're the Flanders, and people are like, yeah, that's the Flanders. They live down the street. It's like
Whoa.
Yeah.
They just hide. It's a facade.
hide in plain sight, bro.
Dude,
That's scary
that's
stuff.
like Gypsy Rose. Did you guys ever watch the it's called
From Burlesque.
no, she basically know what Munchausen by proxy is?
Yes, that's a mental disorder.
Yeah.
don't.
It's like these moms when they have a kid, they make up all this stuff in their head that's wrong with their kid health-wise.
Oh, is Gypsy Rose it's on Hulu.
She killed her mom.
The bald girl
Yep.
with the big glasses.
Yeah. So
Little
that's
Miss
a true
Sunshine.
story. That's
Little
a true
Miss
story.
Sunshine.
Which I hear is a...
Not Little Miss Sunshine, but it's a true
It's
story.
that actress.
No.
No, it's not?
No, they do
No,
look
she
kind of
grew
similar.
up.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck. I thought it was Little Miss Sunshine.
But that's a true story. That's the story.
That's what I heard it was a true story.
Yeah.
And that's... I've
Yikes.
seen the thumbnail, and the thumbnail is too scary for me to click on.
Yeah, dude.
It's not as scary as Hereditary. I'll tell you that straight up.
Yeah.
Hereditary is fake, though.
Scary
at least.
so is
I could see Hereditary being real, dude.
There are cultists out there that do pray to
What
payment.
what a twist, though. What a twist in that
oh,
movie.
man.
Yeah, those guys don't understand Satan. at all.
That
Yeah, right.
movie...
You must not know Satan.
You're fucking
All the Satanists that I know are way into Nintendo and
Yeah.
like really like Halloween.
All right.
Yeah.
Do you think that there's something wrong with us as a
Yes.
society that we...
Oh, let's continue.
but yes, there's something wrong deeply within all of us, I'm sure. But something wrong with us as a society that we are so entertained by the morbidities of life. You know, like you listed
I love
literally
it.
like 5 or 10
Yeah.
murder documentaries.
Yeah.
And it's just like, yeah, we can't get enough. What do you think it is?
I don't know. I mean, I think it's just like fascination of like what people are capable of.
I think that's
And
what
then
it is.
having a little bit of that in yourself.
Or not.
Or yes.
I think that all humans are fucked up, and what makes us a good human is not doing the fucked up instinctive things that are
Right.
built within us biologically, right?
So like non-offending pedophiles, how do you feel about them?
What do you mean by
Non-offending?
non-offending?
Yeah, so like if they know they're pedophiles, so they're just like, I just don't go to parks anymore.
I don't think they're good. No, I think that is such a different...
But if they're not doing it,
Isn't that a whole another thing in itself, right? That's kind of becoming a thing, right? Like it's kind of one of those things where, and totally just going off of what, you know, society has been stating, but like one of those things where it's like you don't choose to be gay, that you don't choose to be a pedophile.
That would be the argument, yeah.
Right, like-
I heard a podcast where they interviewed a lawyer who specifically helps non-offending pedophiles.
Yeah.
But it's that very difficult like gray area of being like, do we arrest people for their thoughts?
Yeah.
Like we don't have thought crime.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
well, okay, let's say...
But if you think
it's so tough.
if you think about murdering every single day, but you don't ever do it, you can't really arrest that person for murder.
No, you can't. You can't. Can we judge people by their...
Oh, that guy's a freak for sure.
We
Yeah.
can, but we judge people by their beliefs all of the time.
No, 100%.
Do people always act upon their beliefs? No, like we already get into like political debates. We already get into like debates regarding like...
So then is the problem not the thought, but it's the action or like the doing of?
This is why it's such a I think there are gray lines everywhere in
Yeah.
regard to this topic. Is like it depends on what the thought is that like because my whole thing is that I've talked about it before. Jim Carrey has a stand-up bit about impulsive thoughts. He says
With
like
the fan.
Yeah, he says like I could punch you in the fucking face. if
That's
I
one of
wanted
his
to.
original bits. Wow, yeah.
Way back.
Oh, yeah.
And that is so funny because it's relatable. Because sometimes my theory is that when we place ourselves in situations that are too good to be true, we are constantly thinking of like, oh, it's gonna go wrong
Self-sabotage.
somehow. Self-sabotage. And we see it all the time. Like, let's say rom-coms set it up. When things are too good to be good or too good to be true in a rom-com, we're waiting for like, oh, but your main intention with me was that you were just trying to like marry me for my father's
Right,
money,
right.
and you actually fell in love with me.
Right.
Sure, right? So,
Yes.
exactly.
but applying that to an everyday situation, I'm like having a good conversation with somebody that I'm catching up with at a coffee shop, and I'm thinking to myself, how can I ruin this? I could tip over your
Oh,
coffee.
yeah, 100%.
I could stand up and just yell penis.
Yeah.
I could just make this a horrible because it's
What if I just did this right
I mean,
now?
when I hear
Yeah.
that, I think you should be more focused in the moment and listen to the person who's talking to you instead of kind of going off on your own thing. But it's not like I don't do the same thing.
Obviously, no. Well, that's the goal, right? Is to just actively listen.
Sounds like that person's very boring, and you're just like, what if I just fucking ruin their day?
You're just acting like you're listening to them.
I don't need this friendship. Let me spill their coffee on them.
Usually, it's with the most interesting people.
Well, that's weird.
It's like
Well, because you'd think if they're super interesting, you'd be like,
Not thinking about weird
yeah,
shit
you'd
like
be
that.
invested in like their story.
maybe I'm just fucked up, dude.
We all are.
What's something that you wish you could change about yourself?
Size of my dick.
Yeah,
It's just
that's
too
it, dude.
big.
It's peeking
No,
out your pant ankle.
Through the
And
periscope.
isn't it kind of bad that like I'm like even having to think about it?
No, that just means you're a good person, dude.
Or it means you're
Or,
happy
like,
in
you're
your
happy
own
with
flaws.
yourself.
Come back to me.
Okay. What do you? Well, how about you?
You made me feel like the thing where I'm like I'm not ready to order, and then like I'm like
It's a tough
just come
question.
back to me.
I'm pretty bad at
Basketball.
I'm horrible at
I
basketball.
wish it was something like that. So I wish I was better at basketball.
I'm not good at whack-a-mole.
We're all talking about like deep-seated flaws that we have, and just like I just wish I was a little bit better at basketball.
No, because I'm fucking dope, dude. I fucking swat everyone on the court. Are you good on time, by the way?
No, it's an automatic thing.
Okay,
Time
gotcha.
to stand up.
Yeah.
I'm pretty. I've been applauded, but I've also been questioned in regards to like how quick I am to just ask questions like that. Like just saying like, are you happy? Like
So some people like fault you for that?
yeah, some people are just like, well, that's like a weird thing to like ask. I'm like, oh, sorry, I get comfortable.
Sam will say sometimes that I'll make like a very inappropriate joke, or like I'll do something that people don't perceive as a joke.
Yeah.
And then she'll be like, dude, some people don't understand that you're joking
Story
sometimes.
of my life.
And I'm like, well,
Well, that's their fault because
maybe
if
they're
they
not that
think I'm
funny,
a
you know what I mean?
blood-drinking,
Like-
demon-sucking
so
baby
maybe I'll
fucker.
just like have like a really dry sense of humor, but I wouldn't change that. Same thing with you. Like I wouldn't change like you just asking a random ass question.
I know I'm not going to change it.
Yeah.
I know that that's something about me that I do applaud myself for is the I recently connected with someone, like a friend of my cousin's in one of my recent trips to Vegas, and something we connected on is that like she was just like, no one ever asks me like
What my favorite dinosaur is.
just like in his triceratops. No, she straight up asked like
Plesiosaur.
she said no one ever asks me like these questions that you're asking me, and she started crying because like I was just trying to get to know the person, because like my main goal when I talk to people is like I want to like get to know you. I don't care about the small talk
Right.
about like the weather,
Superficial shit.
superficial stuff. Like I do care about like what you do for a living, but I know that's not what you want to talk about for 30 minutes. But like, so I was just straight up asking her like, yeah, why'd you move to Vegas, or like why
Triceratops?
I mean, like, what do you want to do in life, or like what makes you happy? Like why did you really move to? And she started crying, and because she said like no one ever asks me these things.
And those are fairly, for lack of a better term, intrusive questions, right? You're asking
Exactly.
somebody to really think about it, and yeah, I mean, it's like,
But it's not upon 5 minutes of knowing the person. I'd known the person for a few hours at this point.
Right.
But I making the person uncomfortable or not, it's led to more positive interactions than it has negative. So
Is Vegas really just like the go-to vacation spot for you?
I have a lot of family there, so
Okay.
that's
That makes
really
more sense.
If I was going there and I didn't know people, or if I was going there and just going on the strip every fucking time, then I would think of myself as a delinquent.
And
But
charity too. He goes there for charity. That's,
No,
that's the stripper that you met at the Spearmint Rhino.
that's what it is. Yeah, absolutely.
You give a lot of money to charity, and when she's not there, he gives it to Honey.
We should go to Sapphires sometime.
I'm more of a Spearmint Rhino kind of guy.
You ever been to a strip club?
I once. Yeah, once. In
Too many guys,
one?
huh?
New Orleans.
Oh,
Okay.
those are dirty,
Dude.
Those are
And it was me and Sam were just like beyond fucked up.
You guys both went?
she was like
man.
gung ho. She was like, let's go.
I love that
Buying you a lap dance.
so much.
The New Orleans strip clubs are. That's a
Bourbon Street, baby.
woof.
I
Those girls are scary looking.
love that. Sam was just super down. I know so many men who are in relationships whose significant others are insecure about them going to a strip club. But I do love the rare instances where in relationships where the girl's just like, no, let's fucking go.
Yeah.
Right? And then so I mean, expand more on it. Why was it like? What was your experience like?
We were just both like just ridiculously fucked up. By the end of the night, I was just like sitting on Bourbon Street, like puking between my legs. So we were just gone. But
Doing the thing.
yeah. we went in and then like, you know, they were like, yeah, $80. And I'm like, 80 fucking bucks for, am I crazy? Is that much lap dance cost?
I mean, it would have been 60 if you were a little more sober, but yeah, they kind of judge it on who the person is.
That makes sense.
Is it a lap dance in front of everyone, or is it a lap dance
It was
like in a private
kind of
room?
not really. You're kind of private, not really private.
So they just put you like in a corner in front of where people
Kinda.
are.
It's like kind of like behind this wall that people can just kind of a wall.
It depends on like where you, not.
It's kind of a not wall, not really a wall.
What's a kind of a not wall?
It was like
a bathroom sheet.
Like there's like some pillars there, but like
Okay.
it's just, you know, like maybe security could kind of see, like they could make sure that she's okay type of
Wait,
thing.
Sam would have been down for you to get your own lap dance.
I did get my own lap. She paid for it.
Oh, Melissa Melissa's down for us to just both look at titties together. But
Yeah,
like,
no. So she was like, no, I want you to lap dance. Like sat me, lady sat me down and shit. And then like Sam was like, so she was just so drunk, but she was just like, you know, like shaking her ass. She's like, look at me too. Like, you know what I mean? While I was getting the lap dance.
Babe, I'm busy.
Yeah. And then so like
your life is so hard. You have
dancing.
such a tough life.
I'm so sorry, Cheetah. Let me get my girlfriend to stop.
Yeah.
Can you?
You say cheetah?
You said while you're getting a lap dance, your wife was also shaking her ass saying, look at me too.
She's like, I can do this too, type of thing. Yeah.
That is wild.
Yeah.
That is like every man's
No, that actually seems vaguely distracting.
because I thought I was like
I was like, yeah, you're doing good. You're doing good.
Yeah, you're doing great, babe. But
Yeah.
I paid for this one.
no, but
Why don't you save that for when we get back to the hotel?
it's the spirit. It's the like.
You just like her getting into the sporting of it.
That's exactly okay. When I went with. Okay, we're deep in the episode that Melissa would not have gone this far.
All of our girlfriends and fiancés and wives have turned the episode off already.
I don't know. We'll see. But when I went with Melissa, like she was down to just like look at stuff, which I'm happy about. Like
Yeah.
the fact that we could be in the same vicinity as other
100%.
breasts is fine and
are
great.
people.
But the compliments that I had to pay toward these strippers could not necessarily be. They couldn't be.
Any more than a look.
Wait, why are you complimenting the strippers?
No, okay. This is how it is. If
That's
I
the whole
would be
point
like,
of paying them. You don't have to be nice to them.
I could say like, wow, she's really pretty. I can't say, man, she bad as fuck.
Right. Like, damn. She got
God.
fucking-
What?
Dang.
Oh, I guess because you're with your girlfriend.
I'm with
Okay.
Melissa is the thing.
I was gonna say when you go to a strip club, isn't that the place to
No,
like
exactly.
talk like that? Yeah.
But I had to filter it out because of that.
Oh,
And like
yeah,
the main compliments I could
She has great hair.
that look at she
at
has
those shoes.
she has such a strong core
Hair and shoes. That's nothing in between.
because like in the middle of it Melissa like leaned over and was just like,
I'm uncomfortable. Can we leave?
you're not actually attracted to these women, are you? And I was like, no, I mean like
Well, it's the same reason why we love like big busty milfs. It's because it's like I know I'm never. Maybe it's
What
just
is
for
up
me.
with that? Why is that though?
Because I know
busty-
I'm never gonna actually get a big busty milf. That's why I like watching them.
Never say never.
Oh well.
wait, you're saying like why is that we're attracted to?
Yeah.
I think depending if
And I'm
someone,
not saying you guys. I'm one of them too. I'm just saying, why do you think that is? That's such a easily sellable thing in the porn industry.
why is it a tab on Pornhub?
Yeah.
It's I think it could be anything.
Is it like just natural human instinct type of thing, or is it like?
I think it's somewhere. It's somewhere between natural human instinct and then whatever has been crammed down our throats since the minute we were born of like what is beauty and what is sexual.
Right, like,
And so,
like American Pie and
so
like all
between the
that type of
two of
shit.
those together, now we have this weird like stepmom MILF thing that's huge, and it's just like fuck. We're in too deep now?
I think the natural human instinct aspect of it is the Oedipus complex that exists within all of us.
I don't think that's natural.
No. This is where it's natural.
Subconsciously though, right?
It's subconsciously, that's why it's natural because we feed on a teat when we're babies, right?
Yeah.
And so that's why we think
was
breasts
bottle-fed.
are attractive. Not that you think your mom.
Formula only.
I'm a formula baby.
Okay, then that might be different.
I had weak jaws. I couldn't suckle. No, I'm kidding. My mom went back to work because she's a working woman.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
But like, let's say, like biologically speaking, yes,
Yeah, that is why men are attracted to titties.
they
generally.
provide life,
Yeah.
and so we like boobs.
But
we
what's
like,
with like big fat butts, just big fucking honking poopers.
because of
I hate that
wife
fucking word pooper, dude. I fucking hate
It takes
that
the
word.
sexual aspect out of it, dude. I don't know.
Just fart in my face.
Okay, now that you've interacted with us for like an hour and a half,
Oh my God, has it been that long?
have you noticed the dichotomy that we have? He's kind of like he's more extreme, and I'm like a little grounded.
Yeah, but you guys kind of switch roles too a little bit.
Sometimes, yeah. I think that's comedy, dude. Like sometimes,
It's awesome.
like he notices, like, oh, Christian's being extra right now. Like this is insane, or like he's being extra, which is 80% of the time, I would say, is kind of
More.
But
Do you guys ever? Totally just random thought. I hate to switch it up like
no,
this.
I love it.
Do you guys ever like fuck with people that will be like someone's like, oh, I fucking love what you guys are doing. Cool. What's your favorite episode? Like, do you guys ever fuck with people like that?
Ooh, no, I don't do that.
You don't push the limit?
I'm too nice of a guy. I'm too nice of a guy to be like to put them on the spot because like the compliment alone is payment enough.
Yeah.
I know I can tell if the conversation elongates, I can tell how much they actually delve deep into the episodes because there's some people. We have some like super hardcore fans that listen to
Mom.
every fucking episode.
Who was that?
My mom.
Nice.
No. Well, yeah, we do.
Yeah.
I think I haven't. I mean, I don't know if I've seen that necessarily, but I have had plenty of people come up to me like, like I haven't heard the last few episodes, but I used to listen quite a bit. Or I've even had some people straight up saying like, oh, I've never heard an episode, but I know you do this thing. How's that going for you?
That's awesome. I respect that a lot more.
Yeah. So,
I love transparency.
Yeah.
I don't know if I've ever had anybody be like, oh, I love the show. Like, oh, cool. And then be like, actually, I've never seen. It's like, so I don't know. And also, I'm really bad at taking compliments. So I usually get out of that.
I'm
conversation
so
right away.
weird. I'm.
Oh,
Dude.
you listen to the show? Awesome. So what do you order for lunch?
Yeah.
At that point, you want to change the subject
Yeah.
immediately.
Get it
I have
off.
no idea what to do when people like throw me compliments. Like I just look down and I'm just so weird.
You're a good-looking guy.
Thank you.
You did look down. You did look down immediately.
I just refer to Christian when people compliment me. Oh, that's great. Christian, do you want to handle this?
Christian.
Christian will be like,
I've just
floor,
learned
please.
to say thank you.
Yeah.
Because I'm thinking about like when I pay a compliment to someone, it doesn't take much for the acknowledgement of the compliment. Not that it makes me feel uncomfortable when the other person can't take it. Like I'm used to. I mean, we all have our insecurities, but I've learned to just be like thank you and move on. But like I'm not gonna eat it up.
tell me more. What's your favorite episode?
I did
Yeah.
have someone say, like, straight up in terms of transparency, like they say, dude, love what you're doing with the podcast. To be honest, never watched a full episode. Mainly, I love the clips that you post. And I'm like, that's
Oh, that's fun.
That's
I
what it's
love
all
that.
about.
I
Don't
love
the
that.
clips take more than the podcast?
way more, dude.
Dude. Isn't it so annoying how short form is just such a fucking
It's not that
thing?
short.
Because we're stupid we're squirrels, man. We are squirrels.
I know.
It's
And
it
it's
makes
all, well, the
sense.
thing that's fucked up is it's only going to get worse.
Yeah.
Like when we have kids, if and when we have kids, I will have kids. That's why I say if for you guys. But
Might scoop a couple up one day, but I'll give them back.
right.
I don't know.
No, but like think about it. Like what is it really going to be like? Like are we going to be in like 120-degree weather here in the East Bay area and like it's just going to be like 1 second and that's what all they see is like 2-second clips.
Well, okay, here's evidence that I'm not sure because it changes. Vine died, right? Vine was 6-second clips,
5.
which is like something we would expect in 5 years, right? 10 years.
Yeah, that's true.
Vine died, podcasts went up, right? And let's say like people are listening to 3 hours, even if it's Joe Rogan, people are still listening to 3-hour fucking episodes on Joe Rogan. Long form content does exist. I think it's a pendulum swing. I think that we're going to switch off. I think it might be a mixture of content that we digest.
Hope so.
Because like sometimes, like, I don't know. Are you addicted to TikTok? Are you addicted to like Reels?
I'm the type of weirdo that like consumes that type of shit for inspiration for my own stuff.
I like that. So you're doing it productively as opposed to just like letting your brain.
But of course, some shit's gonna pop up in my algorithm that's just like absolutely funny as fuck, and I'm sending it to whoever my regular senders are. Of
What's your
course.
algorithm look like?
A lot of weird shit, dude.
What's the weird shit?
Just like tweakers, like trying to do a backflip and like eating shit, you know, or fucking
Did you used to skate?
yeah.
Do you think that's where it comes from?
I don't know.
You like seeing people eat shit because you've eaten shit before.
Probably. But then like something with tweakers, you know what I mean? Like with tweakers eating shit too.
I'm not sure what happened to my algorithm, but now anytime I watch a video and go to the next one, it's
I don't even want to talk about your fucking algorithm,
it's
dude.
like it's a video from the Middle East.
Yeah.
Where like the words are written in Arabic and I don't know what the fuck's going on. And it's always like the next 5 videos are all like I'm not even joking. Like Taliban shooting rockets, and I'm just like, I don't know how I got here.
They're like, we've hooked him, we've got him, we got him.
We got him.
I'm here for dogs, guns, and tits. And
Guns. It's the guns, dude.
but
How deep into guns are you going?
honestly, that's like it's mostly white conservative men who I'm following for the gun stuff, which is fine. Like, you know, we could disagree and but whatever. But I don't think that's what would lead the Taliban videos in.
I gotta ask you guys this: has Andrew Tate just been all over your guys' shit?
No,
no.
actually.
No, I
No.
mean,
Fuck,
people
is there something wrong with me then?
people talking about him have shown up, but I'm
Not him specifically. Yeah, I don't know. Depends on what else is your algorithm. Some people eating shit.
you know what? It comes from the entrepreneur real estate mogul
Douchebag
thing.
shit.
That's what it is.
I'm real quick to hit the not interested on Instagram.
So I don't
do
even
that
get
all
that
the
anymore.
time.
I don't get the not interested. Like they don't like. Is there like a thing you go into and
They
say
just
not
know
interested?
you're interested.
The dots, the 3 dots.
I got to start doing that.
Because I'll get some fucking like little like I'm not even kidding, like a 14-year-old high schooler showing off her outfit for the day has like 2 likes on it, no comments.
Yeah.
From the middle of Arkansas. I don't know how I used to really like those videos when it was like crazy old people like smoking meth or something, but I don't even get the fun stuff anymore. I'm literally getting like some lady showing a picture of her kids because she's trying to post it for grandma or whatever. It's like, why am I here? I don't know why would Instagram think that I want to like this? I don't know these people. I don't give a shit about your kid. I don't want to see this stuff. Get me off the Taliban videos. Show me more dogs. I'm in it for the dogs and animals.
No, I'm with you.
I don't think they get it right every time.
I'm gonna.
They get it wrong every time.
So like it's a lot of comedy shit, a lot of comedian shit. I'm gonna once we get done with this, I gotta show you guys this one that just fucking sent me into a fucking silly laugh this morning. But yeah, comedians like. People wanting to be comedians, I guess.
Yeah, I follow quite a few of like
What is-
smaller.
People wanting to be comedians. What is that?
Ooh, that's good.
That's us.
That's us.
No.
That's what we're doing.
I would say like influencer comedians.
Interesting.
You know what I
David
mean?
Dobrik.
No, is that the YouTuber?
I'm not actually sure what he does.
Yeah, he's the YouTuber that kind of like at first
Skits
was great.
Skits.
Okay, gotcha.
Oh,
Yeah.
I mean, I've sent you a couple like people who do comedy like skits. I actually really like that when it's like 3 or 4 people like working together.
Yeah.
There's this German guy and his like American friend that I follow a lot that I send you a couple of their videos. But you like never respond to my videos that I send you.
Don't
just
you
like,
hate that? You're like, I'm
me?
sending you
you
gold.
you just like hearts it or whatever. It's like he didn't even watch it.
Oh no, you should see like how many I'm so unread on everything. Like if I were to show you my phone,
I'm gonna add you guys to my TikTok sends.
do it,
TikTok
please.
sends.
Like if I show you my phone, I have
You gotta respect it though.
340 unopened text messages,
gives me anxiety.
107 missed calls, and on
How do you have that many
Instagram,
missed calls? You don't just like go to recents and it clears it?
look at Instagram. So don't feel that you're unspecial, dude.
Wait,
just
those are
like-
all messages?
those are all messages from Instagram.
Wow, we get it, Chris.
So you're really just like picking and choosing. You're like, I'm just not gonna respond.
I'll talk to
them
you
today.
today.
Hey, wait, well, let's not break it
And
down.
then you'll go back and be like, oh my god, I don't know how I didn't see this message.
No,
What
it
do you
becomes
wanna
like
respond
it becomes what's the word for it? It's like
hassle.
a hassle when it says like
I'm sorry, I'm
9
hassling you with
plus, and I'm like, I gotta respond to all 9 when I open this.
Or at least watch them and then like be like, ooh, haha, you're so funny.
I responded
Alex.
to the last 2 that you sent. Any fucking way, what the fuck is going on? Wait, I want to talk about like what do we consider comedians actually? Because I
Not
would
Dane
say
Cook.
on a certain, I would consider him for sure a comedian, and he's
I think
definitely
God, he
funny.
like changed his
sucks
stuff.
now though, dude.
Yeah,
I haven't seen his
So
stand-up.
sad. It's so sad. I mean, well, no, the thing that sucks to me the most is like what he did to his face.
Oh, that he looks weird.
It's like
Botox.
what the hell?
It's not Botox. It's
No,
more.
it's worse than Botox, dude. It's like because I remember he used to. Yeah,
thick. He
he
looks
used to
thick.
have the craters on his face. It was just normal skin, right? Like whatever, acne scars, whatever you want to call it. But now it's all smooth.
Wait, did he did surgery?
He did something
Something.
weird.
He did something to his face.
very weird. And it's like that right there just kind of made me like,
He might just be an alcoholic. And I'm just talking out my ass, but his face is bigger than it was before.
bigger and very Botoxy
Maybe he's
and
just
very
old?
like, no, dude, you don't get rid of the craters like that.
I don't know.
You got to look it up after, but it's very odd.
You know what? I didn't think he was too bad when they did that table read of Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
I
Did you
didn't
ever see
watch it.
that?
I didn't watch it.
Oh, you should watch that for
I
Shia LaBeouf.
know, I know.
That was
When he was
really
going all
good.
weird and shit.
Who
No,
Shia
he was
LaBeouf?
playing,
Yeah.
he was playing Spicoli. He was exactly
He was
what
playing a different version of. He was playing a
different.
very
Yeah.
like a nowadays.
I was going to say. Yeah, a modern Spicoli.
I really loved it. I honestly
it was great.
really
I'll
loved
watch
it.
it.
Yeah, I think it's
I don't like
his second best acting behind Transformers.
What do you guys think about Honey Boy?
I didn't watch all of it.
Which
but-
one was Honey Boy? The one about Honey Boy was really good.
Well, I mean, it was
Boy.
like a depiction of his childhood.
Yeah.
Life.
Loosely based on.
Did he
yeah.
actually beat his former girlfriend, or is that just
Yeah, I heard
Hollywood
of
rumor?
FK Twigs.
Yeah, did
Pick
he
the
physically
twigs?
beat her or just verbally?
I heard
abuse her?
physically.
Probably.
What-
I mean,
it-
he clearly had a couple of problems.
If Honey Boy was as true as he said it, it doesn't surprise me. Right?
Yeah, it makes sense.
Yeah.
I really like Shia LaBeouf objectively.
I know.
Hey,
And
all of
when
our
that
heroes are
shit
flawed,
happens-
bro. All of our heroes beat women
But
or
to
hate
that
people or
aspect,
something.
it's just like at that point, like
I know. No, it's super disappointing.
yeah.
Remember, it's what
Super
we always say
disappointing.
though. So you got to separate the artist
I
from the
know,
art.
I know.
Well, it's like Michael Jackson, dude. Like I'm
know.
What
sorry,
happened to Michael
but
Jackson?
I can't not get down on the floor to Michael Jackson.
Hey, dude, but even
I
those.
can still.
I mean, even
No, I can't not. Excuse me.
Oh, can't
I
not.
can't. No.
well, even in
I
what was
can't
it,
not.
Leaving Neverland documentary, even one of the guys was like, who like it happened to, talks about. He's like, sometimes I'm in a bar and I hear a song going, I'm like, oh, this is a good song, and then I
Yeah.
realize it's Michael Jackson, and it's like, oh fuck, it's like it's undeniable. You know what I mean? That's why like when people were getting rid of R. Kelly songs, it's like, okay, I think we can all live without, But,
I don't
but
know,
you can't
dude.
live without Michael Jackson.
At my wedding, I mean, we were playing fucking, we
Ignition?
were bumping, remix to Ignition, dude. We were fucking getting it, and there was some
What's your favorite
people,
song?
there were some people that
like
were
that
trying
song.
to shut it off, and I was like, oh fuck, no, you're not gonna shut this shit off my wedding, dude. Like,
we
There's-
didn't invite R. Kelly here. We're not like bringing
Yeah,
out the
I mean,
pee-pee
you have
pads
to
or
separate
nothing.
you
'Cause I-
have to.
I still think it is okay to listen to Ignition. I still think it's okay to listen to Bump and Grind.
Grind on me.
Yeah.
That one's a little rough because he's singing about
I don't
Aaliyah.
see nothing wrong. I see something wrong with his bumping and grinding, but I don't see nothing wrong with my bumping and grinding.
It's like that Akon song. Nobody wanna see us together, but it don't matter. It's about a family who doesn't want their daughter dating a really abusive man.
Is that what that is?
Yeah, but it don't matter none because I got you.
Cause I got you.
Like I'm saying, everyone's
Karaoke?
flawed. It's,
Oh, I fucking love karaoke, dude.
Thank you.
don't point at me like that.
Thank you. Oh, the only song he sings on karaoke is Tequila.
That's a fucking good one.
It's a good.
So we can just stand there. It's a great bit. But when I've seen it 2 or 3 times, I'm like, I know what you're doing.
That's not true. I sing Cheap Trick.
I'm happy when you sing Surrender. I'm happy when you actually sing.
Nice, that's a good one.
We should karaoke sometime.
Absolutely.
Roland, I know this has gone on for like quite a while, but I feel like after getting to like know you, because let's be honest, like I don't
Don't give me a compliment. We'll be all
I
right.
don't really we don't like we know of each other,
Yeah.
we know each other, but we never really like sat down and spoke like this, and like after we got into the pocket, it was just like fun shooting the shit.
Hell
dude.
yeah.
So I was just like, let's just keep going. It'd be nice to have you back as like a regular, as just like, because like
We'll talk about it later.
We'll
We'll
talk-
talk about it when he's done.
Alejandro,
It has
you're
to
gonna have
pass
to
through
fucking
him.
consult with me on this one.
Let's not
first.
make decisions
Yeah.
rash. No, I agree. We would.
No,
I
that'd be
think
awesome. I'd love it.
You do
Because-
have a good flow.
to break it down.
Break it down now.
To break it down, when we have guests, it's fun getting to know people and to interview
Yeah.
people. But I think our favorite aspect of this show is like when we don't have to like really get to know the guest anymore. We know the guest, and let's just talk about what we think of mahogany, the color. what
I thought we were just gonna go into wood.
Leather-bound books.
of leather bound, that kind of stuff. And
Yeah.
you're a great conversationalist.
You guys too.
And thank you very much. And thank you for coming to the studio. We're going to end the episode with a fucking improv scene. Dude, you ever done improv before?
Every day.
In my own ways.
What does that mean? That's so ambiguous. What the heck was that?
I just do what I do. You know what I mean? So it's just.
because that narrowed it down.
I just fucking.
You're doing the Alejandro thing where you answer a vague answer with an even vaguer
Right.
answer. It's just one of those things, it happens when it happens, and if it doesn't, it doesn't.
Do you want to refill before we do improv?
No, I'm good.
Because
I'm always ready. If you're gonna get a refill, I'll do a refill.
I'm gonna get a refill. Cheers, my friends.
Cheers. Thanks, you guys.
To a great episode.
Yeah.
To the Republic of Congo.
Sure, yeah. They don't get enough shout outs.
Let's do improv.
All right. Hey, babe. I'm gonna get married soon. We're gonna get married soon. And I think for our joint bachelor party that we should go to Vegas. But this time I actually want to gamble.
Hell no.
You don't want to do it?
Fuck no.
Why not?
I ain't got no fucking money for you and shit.
So what do you want to do for your bachelor?
We ain't doing no fucking joint bachelor party.
Why? I want to go to Vegas. We want to go. I want to go to Vegas. And
hey, I'm gonna tell you right now, I'm gonna get lit with my boys.
You are?
Yes.
I don't like it when you get lit with your boys. It gets me so. I always get scared that you're gonna pick up some girl.
Yeah, I don't even care.
Look at you. You're so masculine and you're so like.
Alejandro, stick up for me.
Hey guys, when I rented this room, I didn't realize I'd be involved in your arguments too. I just live upstairs, guys. Don't drag me into
You know
this.
what? He's been my boy since kindergarten, and you know what? You're gonna tell him something.
You should probably respect your future husband a little bit more, but
I don't think I was treating him with any disrespect.
you know what? I don't think so either. But you know what? I'm gonna take the cereal upstairs. This doesn't seem like my kind of place to be.
I know it's exactly your place to be. Like, no, we kind of need someone in the middle. Whose side are you on?
Well, why don't you guys make a list?
All right. So pros and cons of Vegas. We'll talk about that.
The cons is your bitch ass friend's gonna be all up in our shit.
What's wrong with that? You don't like Lauren. You don't like Sarah. You don't like.
No, Alejandro don't like them.
But it's not his
Alejandro,
wedding.
you know what? You're not gonna talk all this shit to me and then not say nothing just because he's here. Okay?
I mean, look. Here's the thing, guys. I just want you guys to be happy, and whatever gets the fighting to stop sooner is really my whole goal here.
Do you not really like my girlfriends?
No, I love your girlfriend. In fact, I think Sarah's a fox.
Oh, he lying.
He's lying now.
He lying.
How come? Who do you have a problem with the most?
Clarence.
Clarence.
I think Clarence is a piece of shit.
I think Clarence is fine.
Well,
Clarence has been my homeboy.
I'll tell you exactly why I don't like Clarence.
Why?
The one time you invited him over and I went upstairs after I excused myself from dinner, Clarence was in my room going through my sock drawer.
I think he was just looking for your weed.
Well, I mean, that's not in the
Why
sock
is
drawer.
your friends going through my friend's drawers looking for their weed?
You know, I talked to him about it afterwards, which is something I never talked to you about because I thought his business is his business.
So you talking to your friends and not your soon-to-be husband?
No, I didn't think it was your business.
But it is mine, so you probably could have brought it up to me.
And I'm at fault for that.
And this is why we're not having a joint bachelor party.
Okay, so what do you want to... We're going to have separate parties now?
That's
We're
actually
gonna
not,
do
that's not
our-
a bad idea.
You're going to go to Caesar's Palace. We're going to go to the Bellagio. You're going to do your thing.
So we're still both going to be in Vegas,
We
but
might
different
be in Vegas,
casinos.
but we're going to be in different places.
Different casinos.
We're
Okay.
not going to be staying in the same rooms and shit.
That's fine. Okay, fine. Do you want me to send you my itinerary?
No, because I don't want nothing to do with your...
This
You
is
don't
going
want
to be a great
anything to do with
relationship. You
my
guys,
ex?
I see such great things for you, too.
Cut to the bachelor party when Roland and his
Like we run into each other?
Sam run into each other. Oh, this is weird. I'm just uncomfortable now.
This is why I didn't want us both to go to Vegas.
You know, I said I originally wanted to go to Vegas. You said he just wanted to go on a boat with just a bunch of dudes.
I did, but then when you said you were going to Vegas, I wasn't about to let you just go wild out in Vegas alone.
Lauren, protect me.
Well, I just want to say our reservation at the Encore Deluxe Male Strip Club is in about 10 minutes.
You know what? Let's go. Let's
I
get
hear
at
about
let's-
that.
They're supposed to do their thing. We're supposed to do our thing. Alejandro?
Yeah.
is
Yeah,
your
I'm
name-
also here.
I mean, Lauren.
Yes, I'm over here. I mean, me and Alejandro don't have to. If you guys want to do your own thing, we can go fuck off and see a show.
See, you're ruining my bachelor party.
What did I do? I'm just here.
I don't think anybody's ruining anything. I think me and Lauren discussed this a little bit ago, but maybe if you guys just kind of took a break. Yeah, if you guys just take a second to kind of just really get back down to earth on why you guys love each other. Yeah, like what I was telling Lauren, it's like it's not one of those things where it's this or the other. You guys should be having a good time. Yeah, that's exactly what I was saying. You know what? Me and Alejandro really had a good talk last night. I really enjoyed that conversation, to be honest with you. Well, I don't think it was more of a conversation.
Cut to the casino bar where Roland and Sam are talking, trying to figure out what's going on. So, I mean, like, if you just wanted me to go somewhere else, you should have just been transparent with your communication.
You should have been transparent that your friend was going through my friend's drawers.
That was like, that's not, I know I was at fault for that lack of communication, but here I am being transparent about it now.
I love you.
I love you too.
Kiss me.
So do you guys want to order, or should I come back if you
Two hot toddies.
I want chicken strips.
And scene. All right.
That was great. That was a great improv scene.
Love whatever voice that was. Solid character. Baddies, let's wrap up this episode. We love you. Roland, thank you for coming to the studio once again. Not once again.
No, well, I mean, yeah, it's like he
Kind
never
of
left.
once again.
Kind of once again. But the way we usually end these episodes is with the guest looking into the barrel of the camera and leaving them with, I don't know, a phrase, some words, and an anecdote.
I know exactly what I'm going to say.
Okay.
You ready?
Just impeccable radio. Just.
Do I keep this whole thing?
I mean,
How long is he going to go?
I don't know. People have already thought that their phones would crash. People think that they're going deaf.
Yeah.
It is moving, though, honestly. No guest has ever moved me like this.
I love it. That was a solid minute and a half, I think.
Whew. People are going to have to sit with their own thoughts.
Yes. Roland, where can people find you?
At ICBTB.
Don't plug us.
No, all right. At Roland _Osage, you can find me. If you want to see some very lightly, moderately funny stuff.
It's funny, man. It's funny. Don't sell yourself short.
Also at Envision Media, if you want to see some
Good stuff.
I mean, if you like real estate videography.
For a salesman.
I mean, it's just I'm the type of salesman that's very low pressure.
Yeah.
So it's if you're into it, cool, go for it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Perfect.
But there you go.
All right, baddies, you guys know where to find them. You can find me at Christian Has Asthma on Instagram.
I'm at call_me_Jesus.
Follow the podcast at ICBTB Podcast. That's on Instagram and on TikTok. Send us an email at icbtbpodcast@yahoo.com or check out our website at icbtb.com if you guys want whatever merch we do have left. We think we still have some stickers, or just check out our episodes, and thank you for tuning in. Roland, thank you very much for coming to the studio.
You guys.
Again.
I appreciate everyone in this room, and baddies, till next time, we'll see you later. Bye!